Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of the Ooh Ladies First panel. Okay, you know we got to go ahead and let you guys know ahead of time how you can find us over on the Twitter and the Instagram. Everything is listed. Okay, so go ahead and take a little snapshot, do what you got to do, and go ahead and subscribe to the channel. You can send us emails and everything should you have any questions that you would like to have answered on the show. Okay, all of the information is there for you guys. Thank you all so much for being here. Are we ready, ladies?
Yes.
Ready,
We
Eddie.
are ready, ready, ready. What's going on? Happy Thursday, everybody. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Hey, hey,
What's
hey,
up?
hey,
Ladies,
hey.
what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Okay. It's giving Bankhead bounce. So what's up? What's
Okay, I was trying to
going
take my titties like Saucy Santana.
on? Okay, come on. Like sauce to sense. I can't even remember how Tia said it, but it was so funny. Come
That
on,
shit was
Kim.
hilarious.
I love her goofy self.
Me too.
Um, how y'all week been?
Oh, child.
A little,
Happy?
yes, a
It's been
little bit.
long.
Yeah.
It's been a long, long, long. It's been a
Sound
long
like one of
one.
them old spiritual slave type.
It's
That's
been a
what I.
long.
It's been a
It's been a
long, long,
long
long
one.
time, long
Yeah.
time. Hollering. Okay.
Woo!
Now, before we really get into some things today, um, I have been on the search, okay, and I need people to help me. I am trying to find Black authors that do romance and drama books. Okay. Now, and when I say that, some people may be familiar, like Color Me Pink. Like I've read some of her books back in the day and they had me in a chokehold. Okay. And I'm looking for more of those, I've been in that mood where I want to read like a good book. So if you guys have some good, romance drama novels, leave them down below. Okay.
Okay, so I'm glad you said this. I can tell
Yeah.
y'all about this book I'm reading
Okay.
right
Please
now.
do.
Now, it's
Please.
nonfiction, but it's called After the Dance, and I told my people about it today in the live. It's Marvin Gaye's second wife, um,
Ooh.
basically writing a book about her experience with him, and she was a teenager when they got together. So it's a lot about because he was in his this is his let's get it on era. So it's a lot of sex, a lot of weed, you know what I mean? But it's getting to like some nasty shit because I've heard things about their relationship, but she definitely was in high school when he started dating her.
That ain't
Definitely
no
was in high school.
surprise.
No, not a surprise at all. Y'all know this is like the 70s. So,
Right.
He's a
you know.
handsome man.
Absolutely. And she had been watching him since she was a child. So, and she was a beautiful woman. She's actually Nona Gay's mom. She passed in
Hmm.
2022. The book came out in 2015. And he wrote a whole album about her. But she was like his muse, basically. Like, and he it was definitely kind of turning into something dark. I'm just now getting into the part where she's talking about the dad and how the dad, everybody thought the dad was gay because he would wear the mother's underwear, come downstairs in pink rollers, wear a top that had hit the top of his chest out. He was like a cross dresser. And when Marvin was a child, because Marvin was very mild mannered and sweet and spoiled a little bit, they beat him a lot. He beat him a lot.
Oh.
But I
Mm.
think he beat him because, that feminine part of him, he's beating it in his son.
What?
So he still was dressing like that. And then he was cheating. He was abusive to the mama. And he was cheating on the mama in the most disrespectful way. Ladies would be coming in and out of their house, going up the stairs any time of the day, and the daddy was walking around and going out, on the town dressed in the mama's clothes, wearing kitten heels, and with some pink rollers in his hair.
Uh-uh. Kitten heels and pink rollers.
This is in her book?
Yes,
Oh,
and
wow.
Marvin's dad.
Ain't that how he ended up getting into an altercation? He got into an altercation with his daddy about his mama, right? And that's when his daddy killed him.
I
I
thought it was
think
over money.
it could have. I can't remember. And listen, I'm gonna tell y'all once I get to it because I can't remember which one it was. Because I also feel like I'm a low key confuse it with what happened on what you call them Jungle Fever. Remember
Mm.
Samuel L. Jackson's character gets killed
Hmm.
by the daddy because he went there asking for drug money or something like that.
It's been a
Um,
minute, but yeah.
but I think that story was loosely based off of when Marvin was like really heavy on drugs
Oh,
and went to
wow.
his parents' house and got into it with the daddy, and the daddy shot and killed him. But the
My God.
it was his mom, but he was hallucinating or something. When I finish reading the book, I'm gonna come and talk to y'all about it. But it's very good so far. The narrator is not that good. It's more like robotic reading, but still I'm getting the story. So, nigga, but it's still really good, girl. So,
Okay, that's good to know.
I haven't been reading no Black books. I wish I had a recommendation. The only thing that I've started listening to was called Let Them by what's her name?
Yeah, Tisha had talked about
White
that.
lady.
On that live, is that when she talked about that?
With her and Marceau, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Let Them. Oh, Tisha talked about that?
I think she did.
Okay, yeah, I'm listening to that by Mel Robbins.
I wonder if that's similar to The Art of Letting Go. I haven't read that one either. Okay.
People said it's basically the same thing.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha.
The only thing I read a lot of is thrillers. So besides like the nonfiction stuff that I've been reading lately, I've been trying to get into more. I was reading a lot of Frida McFadden books for sure. And also they have really good like I don't know if you have Audible, but girl, they be having like performances that what I'm saying? Like I think let's see, Stranded with Tracy Ellis Ross and Taraji P. Henson, where they go play these two best friends that haven't seen each other in a long time and go on a vacation and end up getting stranded on a desert island. And it's funny, and there's all this background stuff going on. So it's almost like you listening to the movie, So those are really good too, like really funny stuff. They have a whole bunch of those with like real actors and so I really like those too.
Okay.
I think we gotta acknowledge the black and white. I didn't see a million comments talking about us color coordinating y'all.
The black and white, yes.
Yeah. And we didn't even do it on purpose. On purpose. We see each other.
Okay, this is the second person I'm seeing in the chat, and it may be more that mentioned Love Belvin. Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to check that out too. I had went to Barnes and Nobles the other day to get little man some books, and they were having like a sale, like buy one get 150, and I was like, ooh. But I want to check the ratings before I just grab some because ain't then like grabbing a book and it's blah and it's not hitting. So okay, cool beans. All right, thank you guys. I appreciate that. There. Okay, so let's see what else we're gonna get into. All right, so this is a video. This is an interesting video about marriage and last names, and I just want to get you ladies' thoughts on whether I'll say this, to hyphenate or not to hyphenate.
Or they women are keeping their maiden name when getting married, or they hyphenate it. The hyphenation I've seen. Now I got a theory about that too. Hyphenation, boy, that's a lot of conflict in those relationships. We're not getting married if you hyphenate.
Big facts.
That's a deal breaker.
For real, baby. I want you to know right now.
Because my thing is the reason why you take the last name is that you're supposed to be, your father is your provider and your protector. That's why traditionally your father walks you down the aisle, right? I'm taking the responsibility from your father to me. Now I'm the provider. So if you want to hyphenate your last name, then stay with your father.
I disagree.
It sounds like words of ignorance from two niggas that will never get married.
Yikes. Somebody told them to stick to the financial advice they give and not that, and not relationships and stuff. I think the thing for me was him talking about traditional, and I just feel like we're so far removed from the traditional way of doing things now. And honestly, we are often seeing divorce rates go up and stuff. So I mean, shit, you probably come out better doing a little piece of hyphenate or not changing your name. I know my homegirl was married for a few years. She never changed her last name. She must do something clearly. Well,
I just feel like, honestly, for me personally, the only reason why I was like, I'm not going to hyphenate my name is because I didn't want to deal, like, people don't call you by the hyphenated name. The hyphenated name is just like something to make the woman feel more, well, a lot of times I feel like make the woman feel like that she didn't let herself go completely. Like I'm still holding it on. But when you're in public, people rarely call you both last names.
That's true.
But when you think about the work that it takes to change your last name to even something that's hyphenated, it's like even if the woman changed her name to something that's hyphenated, she is still intertwined with, like, it's not a big deal. Now I could see if she didn't want to change her last name at all, which I don't blame anybody for. But it's like, it's all about egos. Men want to look like, it's like ownership. It feels kind of.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Him talking about it's about being a provider and a protector. No, it's not. It's about being the new owner. Like, it's literally a transaction. The father is selling his daughter to the man. There is usually a payment. Like, and also on top of that, y'all niggas don't know nothing about that because y'all would be paying dowries for women. Y'all would be having to give her family a cow or some shit. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't just buy, take somebody's daughter without paying them. Y'all niggas don't like to pay dowries. Y'all don't like to create funds for the wife. Y'all are not traditional. Shut the fuck up.
Talk about it.
You're not traditional, because traditionally, when a woman does marry a man and take his name, he is supposed to financially provide for her. And a lot of y'all cannot fully financially provide for these women. And then on top of that, not only are you supposed to provide for her while she's with you, you're supposed to create a fund for her so that if y'all do end up breaking up, she has money to go off and live with. And anything she can.
Oh, I ain't never heard that.
Oh, yes.
What culture is it?
In Africa, in the Middle East, yes. They, a part of the whole arrangement is that a fund is put aside for the wife, so that, like, in Muslim religion and all of that, a lot of those actual, the people that's really doing it, not y'all people that fake like y'all doing it over here.
That just don't eat bacon.
So y'all can have multiple women talking about you got multiple wives, nigga, not in America. Anyway, but yes. They actually have a fund that they put aside for the wife. If she leaves or they divorce, there's a amount of money that is put aside for her. In other countries that actually still do this very traditional thing, there is more that has to be put into it. You have to provide bank. You have to provide that you can actually take care of a woman before you can ask for her hand in marriage. So let's not talk about fucking traditional. Let's not even do that. You want to own a woman, and you feel like because that is what has been done historically, that if it's not being done in y'all's generation, then women aren't being women and they aren't letting y'all be men. But the truth of the matter is, a lot of y'all's niggas' last names are not worth having. To be very clear, I hyphenated, and the reason why I did that is not only because my fucking daddy's name holds weight, but also because it's a part of my name, my stage name. So that's true. I'm gonna always be Bondy. Thank you.
That's very, very true. I agree. I was thinking about something and I can't remember. It kind of slipped my mind, but I think you hit a lot of points on the head. Ultimately, I think about some of the women that may have other children. Well, first of all, let me say this. It's funny to hear him say that when he probably don't even got his daddy last name. Like, you probably got your mama's last name. And maybe that's her daddy's last name, or maybe that's her mama's last name. So a lot of the guys don't even have their dad's last name. That's the thing. But
the last name me and Lyric share, that's not his daddy's real name. His daddy was adopted by somebody. So that's at some point, I really feel like y'all need to chill the fuck out, because we could just come up with our own last name that we both came up with.
That was your daddy.
If you want to go deeper than that, I was thinking about this whenever I got married. I was thinking about how, like, should I trip? Like, should I really care about switching last names? But honestly, the more I thought about it, I just thought about how, like, essentially, your last name even your last name if you're a product of slavery. So I was just like, whatever. There's gonna be.
Well, there's that on that. I support hyphenations, people. I support doing what makes you guys happy ultimately.
Yeah, hold on to it.
For sure.
Okay, I was confusing those two things. A dowry and a bride wealth. Okay, but still same thing. Asia, North Africa, the Balkans, a lot of the times a dowry is expected in order for you to marry somebody. And also, for you to invest in the woman. Girl, we have a lot of those ideals fucked up because we really don't know those people. But we like to assume, because y'all know how insulated Black people are. They see some movie one time and think they know everybody's culture outside of themselves that do that specific thing.
True. Very true. Teresa, thank you so much for the super chat. Hey, ladies. Hey. And look out for Lauren. Thank you so much for the super chat. I've branded a good part of my brand and business off my current name that I worked hard for. So it's hyphenated isn't an option. I'm good. I know that's right.
Okay. Work too hard for my name, Your Honor.
I mean, I still go by my maiden name.
Mm-hmm.
And then not to mention, like, my regular job, my 9-to-5 job, nobody knows. Nobody really even knows my married last name. So it's kind of just like,
you got to actually go and put in a name change at your job, like all of that shit.
But even then, they won't do it all the way through. Y'all don't understand how many times I go somewhere and they say, "What's the name on file?" And I'm like, "I don't fucking know. I promise I'm not spam. I promise I'm not fraud," because I don't even know. It'd be like, who am I?
No, for real. Sometimes it's Bondy, and sometimes it's my real last, my married last name. Right. It just depends, because some stuff is still under mine. I still have an email that's
still under that. Yeah,
I'm still people still call me.
True.
So,
right. Very true. Very true. Okay. I wanted to get y'all thoughts on that. Okay. I want to make sure I wasn't tripping. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. Okay. Good stuff. Now, somebody that is tripping and has been tripping since he got inaugurated, girl, it has been a mess. I'm talking about all kind of executive orders being signed, DEI rollbacks, Target coming out saying we stopping the DEI program. We not doing the Founders Forward program. We sorry to you Black companies. Tabitha Brown coming out speaking, saying, hey guys, listen, still support us, because if you don't, it impacts us. And that's not a good thing. All right. To him, one of his executive orders, the people are saying, has contributed to the incident that may have taken place with, not may have, it did. Okay. American Airlines collided with a helicopter and it resulted in over 60 lives being lost, because they are saying that they do not believe that there are any survivors. It is super, super sad. Did y'all see the video where the news anchor was talking to one of the husbands, and he said his wife had just texted him 20 minutes ago, and they were like, well, can we see the text? And I'm like,
I was disgusted.
Y'all know this man just lost his wife and he trying to grasp everything, and you asking to see the last message his wife just sent to him. Are y'all okay?
I didn't even watch it when I saw it. Y'all know I was emotional last night, so I didn't even watch it, but I saw like the clip. They really asked him for that?
Mm-hmm. They did.
They need to be reprimanded. Like, that's too much.
Like, can you pull up the text? And he was just like stuck. He was stuck. You could tell his body was just frozen. It was sick. Like, lose your job, sir.
Let me see if I could find it real quick.
I wouldn't even want that anchor to the reporter to lose their job, because that's how them news stations be. When I worked at the news station, child, it was a lot of times that I felt like the reporting didn't have the empathy that I felt like it required. Mm-hmm. Like, y'all really don't give a fuck about people. Like, I never felt that's why it was nothing. It was time for me to go. I didn't feel comfortable with a lot of stuff, sitting out in front of people's houses. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of that shit. Like, it's just very manipulative sometimes, the way we, convince people to come on camera and, shed themselves in such a manner, and they don't always get what they're trying to get from it. So yeah, the news business can be very fucked up.
For sure.
Just praying that somebody's pulling her out of the river right now as we speak. That's all I can pray for. I'm just praying to God.
When was the last time you spoke with her?
She texted me that they were landing in 20 minutes.
Can you show us a text message that you got from her?
Tried it.
Landing in 20 minutes. The rest of my text did not get delivered. That's when I realized something might be up.
That is just so sad. They said they were 1,200 feet away from landing. That is just, my best friend works for American Airlines, so I had to call and check on her, and she and some of her flight attendant friends have been very emotional all day. And I really feel for everybody, the people that lost their lives, their family, the workers that have to go back with this being on the front part of their minds. Like, that's a lot. And then for this man to get up here on this platform, and it ain't funny, but it's a bit of a chuckle for you to sit up there and find blame for everybody. Like, oh, it was the DEI. Oh, it was this, it was that. Well, how about the executive orders that you decided to put in place to try and fire all of these people? But they say that they're going to be doing some. I want to play this other woman real quick, and I do like her. Her name is Lisa. I get a lot of my news from her. And they kind of go into detail about it. They're still investigating this, so they can let us know exactly who, what, when, where, how this happened. So let me play this real quick.
You need to give us time. You need to give NTS. It's not that we don't have information. We do have information. We have data. We have substantial amounts of information. We need to verify information. We need to take our time to make sure it is accurate.
That was the chairman of the National Transportation Safety Board talking this afternoon about the investigation into what caused an Army Black Hawk helicopter to collide with a commercial passenger jet as it was trying to land at Reagan National Airport in Washington, D.C. last night, killing 67 people. Now, I know for lots of folks who are new to aviation investigations, that statement is not what you want to hear. You want to know answers now. You want to know why it happened now. You want to know how it happened now. And some people want to start casting blame right now, too. If that's what you want, go to someone else's page, because that's not what you're going to get here. And that is not what I do. I am going to do what I always do, which is follow the facts. I do not share opinions, nor do I share speculation on this page. So for those of you who just don't understand how these investigations work and can't understand why things take so long, I hope this video can be helpful. So I'm going to start there with the investigation now underway into what exactly happened last night and why. The group in charge of answering those questions is the NTSB, the National Transportation Safety Board. The NTSB is an independent body within the Department of Transportation that is in charge of investigating all kinds of aviation, highway, marine, pipeline, and railroad incidents. They investigate incidents all over the country, from things like planes landing on freeways because of mechanical issues, all the way to major incidents like the one in DC last night, and like others you may be familiar with, like that train derailment in Ohio and the helicopter crash that killed Kobe Bryant in California. Now, back in 1967, when Congress passed a law that created the Department of Transportation and the NTSB, they knew the NTSB was going to need to be independent, because it was going to be the responsibility of the NTSB to investigate incidents that could ultimately point out deficiencies within the Department of Transportation. The leadership of the NTSB is made up of 5 board members, each of them nominated by a president and confirmed by the Senate to serve a 5-year term. The president designates one of those board members to be the chairman, and that chairman sits for a 3-year term. The chairman is also required to have a separate Senate confirmation. The current chairman is the woman you just heard from at the beginning of the story, Jennifer Homendy. She was nominated by President Biden to be the chairman and confirmed unanimously by the Senate in 2021. She was renominated as chairman and again unanimously confirmed by the Senate in 2024. That means her chairmanship term will expire in 2027. But it's important for you to understand that Chairman Homendy was originally nominated to sit on the NTSB board by President Trump in 2018. She was his pick. Okay, now to the investigation. I know lots has been made today about what the President of the United States said during that press briefing when he offered his opinions about what he thinks happened and who he thinks was to blame before the investigation really even got underway. He talked about the plane and the helicopter being at the same altitude. At one point, he blamed the military pilot of the helicopter. Within the same breath, he suggested that the air traffic controllers were not smart enough. And then he blamed DEI policies and President Obama and President Biden and former Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg. Let me be very clear. There was no evidence of any of that. And when he was asked what evidence he had to back up his opinions, he said this.
That's why I'm trying to figure out how you can come to the conclusion right now that diversity had something to do with this crash.
Because I have common sense.
Oh, she.
Okay. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't.
Again, that is his opinion. There is no evidence to back that up. And when asked about the president's opinions and whether any of them played a role in last night's tragedy, the NTSB said this.
We don't know what we know just yet. We do not know enough facts to be able to rule in or out human factor, mechanical factors. That is part of the NTSB investigative process and where all of these groups will come together. It's one of the reasons why the NTSB is known as the gold standard. We will take the time that's necessary, but I'd also like to reiterate, if we find something that is a significant issue that warrants immediate action, we will not hesitate to make those recommendations and make them public.
NTSB confirmed since they are headquartered right there in Washington, D.C., just a few miles away from the crash site, they were able to be on scene last night during the initial search and rescue operation. They said they did not want to begin any of their investigative work until today because they didn't want to get in the way of any potential effort to save people. But they were able to interview witnesses last night. And now that the rescue has turned into a recovery mission, they are able to start pulling wreckage and evidence out of the water, to include those black boxes. All of that will be brought back to NTSB headquarters and will be meticulously put back together so they can definitively figure out what happened and why. And while it does not come immediately, the NTSB always gets its answers.
Our intention is to have a preliminary report within 30 days, and the final report will be issued once we've completed all of our fact-finding and investigation. Now, we will not be determining the probable cause of the accident while we are here on scene, nor will we speculate about what may have caused this accident.
That final report will likely be released in 12 to 24 months.
All right. So y'all got the entire breakdown. So I want to just get you guys' thoughts on, the entire crash. Rest in peace to everybody. Trump's reaction to it. And also, what else I had on here was the DEI situation, including Tabitha, and how y'all feel about everybody boycotting, the black businesses out there in Target because Target is doing away with their program that I do believe was supposed to be expiring this year anyway.
Oh, girl.
I know it's a lot to unpack.
Go ahead, Necey. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What was supposed to expire this year?
I believe it was the Founders Forward program that they had to help a lot of black businesses get in front of people in retail spaces.
Okay.
Okay. When it comes to the pilot and the crash situation, rest in peace, prayers to those people's families. My heart is heavy for them. When it comes to Trump and his comments, the one thing I will say and urge everybody to do is simply fear God. I was talking to one of my friends. I was like, fear God, bitch. No shade. But that's how I was feeling, because everybody is just like in a panic over Trump. And all of this is just so irresponsible, reckless, and it's to get everybody to be in a panic. So it's like, who is he supposed to be? Like, just day to day, I think we need to focus on our mental health, because this is taking me back to like 2013, 2016. Social media was popping. It wasn't a lot of protocol in line. We literally would get online and see Black people killed every day, like just videos every single day. And it just did a lot. And these comments and stuff can make people nervous, anxious. It's just too much. So when it comes to Target and DEI, LOL, I'm laughing my ass off. Because y'all know I used to work, y'all don't know, but y'all know I used to work for Target corporate office. And when I was there, it was a cool company culture initially, but as time went on, like I said, I don't work for them no more. As time went on, I felt like a lot of what I experienced was, I would say, liberal Karens. I didn't feel like it was authentic. So I'm not really surprised by what we're seeing. I also wouldn't be surprised if this DEI decision, like they Black History Month programs probably ain't been popping like that in a minute, but let's be for real. I feel like Target as a corporation had the biggest hiccup when they did the Gay Pride collection. It was when they really upset the Christians. So honestly, the DEI strip away, I think, would be strategic for a business, because if you were already planning to get out of those programs, why wouldn't you make this the last year? Why not upset everybody and say, oh, well, everybody else in the retail space is doing it, let me do it as well. Target is so big, you don't have to cut back like that. Costco is still doing DEI. Ulta still doing DEI. Dollar Tree still doing DEI. You're not going to tell me Target doesn't have a footprint to be able to continue to do that. Now, as far as the Black business is saying, oh, continue to shop Target because you're going to hurt our business, I'm going to sound fucked up. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I don't give a fuck, because majority of the time what happens is they get it like, great, your business grows, your business booms, you get into Target, and then you end up selling to Procter and Gamble or selling to somebody else to benefit and make money, which is great. I'm not mad at any Black business owner doing that. But the reality is you're continuing to telling Black people, you're continuing telling people to spend their Black coins with your Black owned business. Only at the end of the day, you'll probably go sell it to the white business next. So the thing is, if Black people decide they want to stand for something and not shop at Target, which I think is damn near impossible, but let's say let's entertain that we're going to do it. Fuck it. Get your business out of Target and try to go somewhere else. Use the tools that they gave you to succeed somewhere else. So I don't really give a fuck. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. For me personally, I feel like a lot of people are not being realistic. And I said this because it depends on where you live and what are the stores in your area that makes this so hard to do. At the end of the day, we have Walmart and we have Target. Okay, around me. Okay,
True.
and
Yeah.
we have Ollie's. I've never even heard of Ollie's until recently, but that's fine. And we just got an Aldi down the street, so I'm probably gonna be trying to go to Aldi. But essentially, I was going to Target because I don't do Walmart anymore. Walmart pisses me off. It's too hot in there. It don't make no damn sense for it to take this long for me to get from the car into the store to the back of the store. It's too much. Target is just not as much of a hassle for me. And it's literally the only place that I would go that's in my vicinity to go and pick up stuff that I need, like paper towels and wipes and toilet paper, that type of shit. I don't shop at Target to shop for Black products. If I see something I like every now and again, I might get it, but that's a place I go to for the convenience of what I need to get for my household. That's not a place I'm going to shop for clothes, just to be very clear. So for me, I just kind of feel like it's harder for certain people to do that. However, I will make an effort because I always try to. But we tried to boycott Rouse back after January 6th, which is a grocery store down here. But the truth of the matter is we don't have a lot of grocery stores. All we have is Rouse and Winn-Dixie for the most part. Or you got your, Fresh Markets, which are, or Walmart stores, stuff like that. I don't like shopping for food at Walmart. It has not been good in a long time in my area. So I'm going to go where the produce and the food is the best. And in my area, that's Rouse. So even though I'm definitely, buying into this owners that are probably racist, it's still the best grocery store in my vicinity. And then Black people still work there. The manager at the store is Black. The people that's in the back cooking the fried chicken I like to get are Black. So it is very hard. And I feel like we are so ingrained in each other's culture that really us being ingrained in white financial culture, that it's very hard for us to break apart from them. I know this is not the 60s. In the 60s, when everybody was still separate, Black people still had places they can go to that were Black owned. And a lot of places they stumped that out. I was having this conversation. Somebody in New York was like, it's easy for them to boycott big box stores. It's not as easy for us that live in places like Louisiana, in Alabama, in Mississippi, because we don't have bodegas. We don't have, family-owned grocery stores on every corner or close enough for us to go to. So a lot of the times you go to what is closest to you. And what happens a lot is monopolization. They monopolize in so many areas sometimes that what can you do? So to me, I feel like if we're really trying to do something, it's about time that y'all start not trying to put products in the stores, but open the stores.
I agree. That's what I was thinking in my head. I'm like, we're gonna have to be a bit more strategic, because you and Necey are pretty much saying the same thing. It's gonna be damn near impossible. Because I'm with you. I don't really shop Walmart. I don't really like going in there. I had to go in there the other day and I was dreading it. Okay, because Target had closed. I was like, damn.
The ghetto.
Okay, I just don't. And then it's like we limited because of what you said.
I was just responding to somebody's comment. They named 2 other grocery stores in New Orleans, but because I live on the West Bank, y'all, I live on the Wank. So, girl, I'm not going to Winn-Dixie. Call it a day.
I know I go hard about HEB here. HEB.
Listen,
I likes HEB. I'm like, can we get an HEB and a Wegmans here immediately, please? Who do I need to talk to? But yeah, I think that is going to be pretty impossible. And I'm with Bondy too. Like, I don't really shop a whole lot of Black people when I go in there. And I feel like people aren't being realistic when they're like, oh, where can I go on your website to buy? And it's like, bro, if you weren't buying it in the store, you really finna go to the website? And these people need longevity, not just I'm gonna buy it for this month. And like, really? So
And
I
that's what happened in
definitely
2020.
I say what?
That's what happened in 2020, though. Remember, everything was shop Black business.
Yes.
And it wasn't because of the pandemic. It was because when George Floyd died, all of a sudden, everybody's like, oh my gosh, there's racism. What can we do? Everybody
right. When it's been here.
Where can we spend our money on Black people?
Yes.
And then all those people, a lot of people, let me not say all, a lot of those people that stepped out into entrepreneurship in 2020 are struggling today because Black people did not continue to spend money there.
And a lot of times, and let's be I want to be honest, if we're gonna have an honest conversation, and because I feel like some Black businesses are amazing. Some Black businesses are great. Okay, shout out to Just Move Supplements and Kiara Lachey and all of that. Great product.
Yeah.
Real hard to keep their business in their own ownership. That's why I promote them. I love them. They're great people. You know, that's one thing. But there are a lot of y'all business is not good. Y'all business is not good, and y'all really can't be trusted. And to be clear, when it comes,
girl, you know, I ain't talking about you got a Cricut machine and you're printing all the t-shirts.
Yes, no, I don't want to just shop with y'all. I'm gonna be real. I do not want to just shop with you, Black people. I live in America. I go, especially in Louisiana. I'm sorry, we go to different people for different things. You know what I'm saying? Like when we really want seafood, you're gonna go to some white people, you go to some Asian people. It just depends, okay? Because Black people don't own any seafood spots in down here for the most part. They might have some little, oh, this little place here, this little place there. It has to be
mostly Asians by y'all owning the seafood spot. By us, mostly the Asians own the seafood spots.
Vietnamese. That's what owns most of. And then they have their whole little area. They have an area on the West Bank, by me. There's a lot of, you know what I mean? And we go to their restaurants. Like we go to their restaurants. Sometimes we go to their farmers market because they shit be fresher and we can get shit that we can't get at the other grocery store by them. So because we're all here, girl. Everybody's already like buying off of each other in certain ways. I think the way we are now, it is too far gone for the Black community to think they're going to do the shit that Asian
ancestors. Oh, okay.
Yeah, our ancestors, but also Asian people, you know how they create their little towns wherever they are. Like they have all of the business there and their people shop at all of their businesses, but also they stay open way more than everybody else. The Asian people are always fucking open. Their hours are always the same. We try to support Black business and the hours on the door, y'all niggas ain't there. We gotta, we ain't here, or call a number on the door. Why I gotta do all that? You need to just be in this motherfucker.
That is so true. I went to a restaurant thinking I'm finna get some lunch. Child, that straight closed. Black on, straight closed. Ain't got no sign saying come back this time, none of that. Just still the work hours on the door. I'm thinking that because they were supposed to open at 11. I went up there at 1. Empty. I'm like, okay, we gotta do better. Just not all, but some. Gonna have to do a little piece of better, okay? Also, I'm just wondering just a bit of how impactful would it really be if we didn't shop at Target? If everybody took their Black dollars, I'm wondering, would it really affect them?
Right.
What you said, Necey? Oh, it would?
It would. It would. I know that.
I also said this, if we were to do that, and that probably forced Target to bring the program back, I feel like what they will do is phase it out quietly at a later time, because the whole goal is to get rid of it at the end of the day. So they're going to do something like they typically do, which is to pacify us, to quiet us down, and they still going to get rid of it anyway.
Did y'all see they changed the other layer that I feel like needs to be discussed is Target changed the program from DEI to now belonging. So they still claim to have the same standards, the same values, the same belief, but it's now belonging. And I think what we all need to understand is a deeper level of what DEI meant when it came to running a corporation. So I think that a lot of these companies are trying to get away from what it meant to run a company, have DEI, which is probably like, I don't know what the laws are, or what maybe they're getting some type of cutback, some type of grant if they have a certain number of people. I'm thinking that it's tied to that. And now that you're no longer benefiting from, tax reductions, or I don't know what the fuck it is, but there was some type of benefit to corporations to actually have DEI. Now that DEI,
they've taken away
exactly.
and now they're going to tax you if you decide to keep the DEI. That's another. I heard him
exactly.
Yeah.
So I think that I think we're not going to see anything different from Target. I think it's a rebrand, but I'm also wondering why some of these other companies are deciding to stick with DEI. And I wonder if they're going to do it quietly, like you said, because there's something that we don't understand on the background of exactly why they're moving this way and what they're losing out on as a corporation. So I don't know. We're going to see. Time will tell.
I was listening to the Lip Bar owner, Black-owned Melissa Butler, and she's been in Target since 2017. And she was saying that she wasn't really surprised by the information because honestly, she thinks a lot of these corporations took on DEI when they didn't even want to. Like they didn't even want it to begin with. So it had to be some type of incentive that was involved. And they happy to get rid of it. There you go. I ain't making no money off of it no more. Okay, so happy. Well, that's what's going on. Just wanted to touch on a little bit of politicky out here in these streets.
I just want to say one more thing. Ahead. I do think on some level, a lot of the things that Trump is doing are vanity things, meaning that, for instance, with him returning that amendment for the Civil Rights Act of 1964 about the equal employment, I think that's what it was. The Equal Opportunity Act of 1964. Apparently, that act was reaffirmed a couple of years later in another amendment. So the other amendment was not overturned. So the previous one, even though he's saying he's rescinding it, there's another amendment that reaffirms that one. So it's almost as if he, and also it depends on if the government is going to actually what's the word? I hate when I space like this when I'm trying to make a point, but they're not going to enforce. It depends on if they're actually going to enforce certain things. But essentially, a lot of the stuff that he's doing, they report on it and it sounds so bad. And then a little bit later, somebody comes back and says, well, actually, it means this, 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 and this. You know what I mean? So it's not as bad as people think. So just like Necey said, all of this shit is for them to stress us out. I think it's intentional to stress us out and have us, on edge and all of that. And I think those of us that can recalibrate and rebalance ourselves in this environment, we should absolutely be promoting that and spreading that amongst the masses that, hey, right now, what's in front of you right now? Is everything okay right now? In front of you, let's just focus on it. Because that's what I have to tell myself all the time, because it'll just overall make you fucking sad. Or
don't look too far ahead.
Yes. Right. So right now, we're good. Right now, the bills are paid. Right now, everything is all right. So let's just stay here before we get to this next place of feeling bad or what may or may not happen.
Right. We shall
see. Getting upset with him because his base damn sure was 69% of the WIC in the food stamps in the welfare.
You said who was 69%?
Child, they probably want 69%. It's probably 69% of white people that are on, or something like that are on some type of assistance. Some 69% that I saw when it came to that, like white people and how much they actually it might be 69% of white people that actually get the welfare, and we only get what I want to say between 14 and 22%, around there somewhere. I can't remember exactly, y'all. I've been taking in too much information.
No, for real.
But yeah.
Well, don't look too far ahead or else it gets depressing.
I agree. And
read something else when you read Octavia Butler books, okay? Because I've been reading The Parable of Sower, and that literally is low-key dystopian version. It's actually in this time frame, 2025. There's a dictator with a similar name. His name is called Donner, I think.
Interesting.
Very interesting. And
when was it written?
1990 something. Let me see. Parable.
This comment though.
Oh, which one?
from who is it? Big Al. That's the comment. Food for thought. DEI was a group vanity project post 2020 where only 4% of Black folks benefited. This is not a big fight, y'all. Don't get distracted. He not lying, because a lot of people that
I've
were
been
in
hearing that a
DEI
lot.
were white women.
Yes.
Mhm.
And the
Good
white
thing
women were your VPs of DEI.
Mm. Thank you for the super
1993.
chat and the information.
1993 is when
1993.
yeah,
Okay.
it came out, and it's 3 books in all. But yeah, it's basically like post-apocalyptic Earth, and
Oh, you
because
said
of
1963?
1990.
93.
Oh, okay. Okay, I thought you were talking about, have you read 1984?
No, but I heard about it. I heard
That's
about
the
it.
one I read.
Isn't there a show? Isn't there a show that they did based off of that? I need to read
I
that
don't know.
one. I'm trying to
What's the
remember.
series called?
Yeah. Oh, the parable of the sower. Like, let me see. It's the parable of the sower. It's the earth seed, a parable duology. I'm trying to see what's the name of the other one. But it's like it's it's a little parable of the talents is the one that came out in 1998 that followed that one. So it's 2 books by Octavia Butler, and I love me some Octavia Butler. Ever since I read Kindred, I've been I like her.
Okay. I hear a lot about her. I feel like they've adapted some of her movies, right? But I've never
Kindred was a
read
show.
her books. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I remember that.
With a slave kept going. She kept going back and
Yeah.
forth every time in current time with her white boyfriend.
Yes.
Mhm.
Didn't they
Wait,
cancel that after like what, a season or 2?
Probably. I didn't finish the
That
last
sounds like
episode.
that movie that Janelle Monáe was
I'm
in.
pissed about that still.
Antebellum. Y'all remember that?
Oh, I
didn't
remember that.
I
That
remember.
was so crazy.
I loved Antebellum. That was such a good movie to me.
I need to go watch it then. If it's about slavery, I've tapped out because I grew up in the 90s. I've had my my fill of movies about our history that showcase how fucked up white people are, like Rosewood, and my people made me watch Roots, and anything made by what's your boy who did Roots, anything made by him we was watching, because there was Queenie was another one about the biracial slave lady who was passing, and the white man found out she was Black, and they assaulted her, and she
Yeah,
goes
that was
Black.
Halle Berry in that one, right?
Yeah, girl.
Okay.
Queen, yes, Queen, yes, Queen. That's what it was. By Alex Haley, yes, girl. So when we was in school, like for some reason, it was like every Sunday, it was some type of 2-part movie about something that happened, in slavery or in civil rights or whatever. So even Disney back in the day was very heavy on having stories about Black and white people joining together and what was going on in the civil rights movement.
The
Like, we got
Color of Friendship.
girl, yes. Girl, any day now with Annie Potts and Lorraine Toussaint. Girl, it used to be on Lifetime. That was my shit. Any day now. So basically, it was 2 best friends, the Black lady and the white lady. And Annie Potts is my girl. Y'all gotta look her up, and then y'all know about her. But they were best friends. They grew up during the civil rights movement, and then them being grown adult friends in the 90s, and then we would just be going back and forth. But that was a good show. Girl, yeah, I remember Pollyanna. Girl, y'all remember Pollyanna? With Lil Rudy?
Yes. Yeah. I think that's somewhere on YouTube.
Girl, that was my movie too.
I used to love her in those.
What was it called? Pollyanna.
I think that's what it was, Pollyanna. Let me see.
Because I think Polly was the white one, and they redid it and put a Black girl in the role, and that was Pollyanna.
Yep.
It was something like that.
It was Polly.
It was Polly?
It was called Polly. It was Polly with Felicia Rashad in it.
Yes. It was because that came out around the same time as Eve's Bayou. They kind of had the same type of vibe to it.
Hey, 1989. Hey, y'all remember Dryer's Deer? Is it Dryer's Deer? Is that what it's called? Dryer's Deer? I know somebody else got to remember it. Dryer's. What is it? Dyer's Dreer. I think it is. Dyer's Dreer. Is that it? I know. Does anybody House of Dyer's Dreer? Do y'all remember that? Does anybody in the comment? They used to make us watch that in school. When I say I used to, like, that movie was kind of scary. I think it had Tachina Arnold in it when she was younger.
Spelled like how? House of
Dreer, House of Dies, Dies, Dreer, Drear. I think that's
okay,
right.
got it. I'm about to see if I saw it.
Dies, Dreer.
Oh, it
Girl,
look like
that
it's a
thing
book.
used to kind of scare me. I'm like, why y'all cutting this shit on?
I never heard of that, but it's a book and it got a spooky ass cover.
Yes.
Oh, you know what it looked like? It looked like from
Yeah, somebody remember.
it looked like from Tales from the Crypt or Tales from the Hood. Tales from
Let me
the
share the
Hood.
other screen.
You know the part from Tales in the Hood where they go to
In the basement?
No, not that one. The house where it was all them dolls and they
I hated that.
Slaves and they jumped out the painting. That's what this remind me of. There's a picture of him with a whole bunch of people kind of below him, and it looked like a whole bunch of dolls.
Child. Listen, that thing used to
What
scare
was
me.
it about?
I think this family moved in next door to a home that may have been haunted or something like that. And I think it used to be like a slave house or something like that. And this old man, I think, would like tell them stories, like take them back in the day or whatever and tell them stories about it. Let me see if I'm hitting on the point. Okay, a young black man and his family moved into a home in a rural Ohio and discovered that during the Civil War, it was used by a Dutch immigrant to smuggle runaway slaves to freedom. Soon they began to suspect that the ghosts of slaves who passed through there are hunting the house. Because it just used to be like weird activity. And whenever something weird would happen, it would be like some dun-dun-dun, like some little music, like dun-dun-dun. I'm like, oh my God. It was just like really... I think I watched that all throughout elementary. Like, why are y'all torturing us? Like, it was
scary.
It was
Are you muted, Bondy?
I'm mad you brought that up because now that got me feeling like I want to watch Spirit Lost. Have y'all ever seen Spirit Lost with Leon?
No, Leon, Cynthia's baby daddy.
Yes, y'all know I love Leon. So I've literally seen almost anything he's ever been in. And this movie was him moving into a house, like a beach house, like in Virginia or somewhere like that, like a southern state.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be like the house that a black lady owned, and she was waiting for the white man because the white man probably had a family somewhere else, and he built that house for her, but she was waiting on him to come back, and he never came back, so she dies in the house as a ghost, right? And then Leon and his wife move into the house, and she keep fucking him as a ghost. When I tell y'all, he was in the attic getting fucked by a ghost.
Did I see
that? What? This is a movie?
Yes, it's called Spirit Lost. It was actually pretty good.
Okay, see now, this gonna be my last one I mentioned. I don't know the name of it. Okay, I think it either had what's his name, Dwayne, was it Kareem? What's his name from a Different World? It was either him or Eddie Murphy. Do y'all remember a movie where this lady would have sex with the guys and turn into a ghost?
No.
I know I ain't tripping.
She would have sex with the guys and the guys would turn into a ghost.
She would turn it, I mean, not a ghost, but like a monster. So when she would, I guess they'll pick her up. I can't remember how they would pick her up, but I just remember like there would be like a sex scene. And when she's rising to the occasion, her nails would start to get sharp. But I think they would get like red or something, sharp and red. And then she'll just start slashing them. And I ended up finding the movie a few years ago, but I think
somebody said Death by Temptation. Is that it?
Girl, that could be it, but I hope that's not the old version that I think they did a spinoff from. Death by Temptation. Let me see. BIT. This is it, girl. This right here was a crazy. Okay, this right here was crazy, y'all. We going down all kind of lanes. Y'all haven't seen this, so I guess that's Samuel L. Jackson.
No, over here, right above you. Is that the girl?
Is that Candy Alexander?
Right here?
Nah, the other one. The one but it's the same girl. Yeah, I couldn't tell from the green one. I couldn't tell.
The green one? Oh, I don't know.
I feel like I have seen, how you see like the promo for it, but I never actually seen the movie. I feel like I've seen a promo.
So here's the thing, and I'm glad this person said that. So this one here is the old one, right? This is something about a preacher or whatever. This may be Death by Temptation, but it's not the same one. I believe they created a newer one with Dwayne, but it came from this movie that came out from like years ago. And I'm talking about far back. So the one with Dwayne was created in 1990, and I think this one may have been created in the 80s or something like that.
Okay, because
yeah.
it was a black exploitation film. That's what
yes, Bondy. That's right. That is correct.
Yeah.
That's yes. But yeah, we went down memory lane. That's interesting, y'all. Shout out to the person that helped me find it. I ain't the only one that's crazy.
I blocked it out. It was too scary. Now I need to watch it.
Okay. All right, y'all. So we're about to get on into something else. This was a really great segment. I hope everybody got a lot from it. Let us go ahead and let's talk about Lyft. Have Lyft gone too far, or has she herself gone too far? This young lady, I want to be able to pull up the video. So give me just a second, because I don't have it right in front of me like I thought I did.
Okay, so let me
What
say
is
this
her name? I forgot her name. She's a rapper, right?
Yeah, something with a D. I just want to say this. As she's standing there, I'm like, she is two of them men and a baby. You mean to tell me two of them men and a goddamn baby couldn't get in the backseat of that car?
Child.
Like a toddler, maybe like an 8-year-old. But yeah, her size, she looked like, one side. Yeah, it looked, those two men and a child looked like they could make up her weight.
It's the car. I was wondering.
The car was problematic. The car was problematic, but that's why I said his ass shouldn't have been driving anyway. If his car was shaking and skirting and rattling and rolling and may not make it, because I'm not, as big as her, but I don't want to get in your broke ass car neither.
Child, let me share this other screen. My bad. So here she is. This is the.
You muted. Necey was talking, but she muted.
Oh, go ahead, Necey.
Am I still muted? Okay, I keep clicking it off and forgetting to click it, whatever. It's not giving that she can't fit in a car.
That's all.
She's big. She's big, but it's a ton of big people out here.
This is very true. This is very true. Well, so I'm not even trying to be funny when I say this, because there may have been a bit of discrimination, but I do think that he probably should have asked her if he thinks that she could get in the vehicle comfortably. So I'm sure that she can fit in the vehicle, but can she fit in the vehicle comfortably?
He said his tires couldn't take it. That's what he told her.
No, he did.
That's discrimination. And if your tires can't take it, your car don't need to be on the road.
Exactly. And that's exactly what I said. And everybody was going off. And I told them, no, y'all just think that big people should be treated any old kind of way because you think it's their fault that they that big and you shouldn't be that big. But no, that was fucking discriminatory. I don't care what you're talking about. Cars weigh tons. You mean to tell me a car, because she could walk. To me, if she could walk it to the car, she could fit in the car. I'm not doing the whole back seat. Lay across the back seat. Evenly distribute the weight.
So how about the seat belt? Do you think she would have been safely secured if he would have got in an accident? Could he have been held liable for anything if the wheels would have went down?
Girl, she wasn't gonna go through no windshield.
This is true. He would have went before her.
I'm just saying.
See, that's the next thing.
This is true.
If she could fit in, that's the next thing. I mean, I think she could have. Pretty much like when you ride an airplane, they make them buy 2 seats. Maybe she would just have to take up the 2 seats in the bag.
She was though. The whole back seat.
The whole back seat was open. He just had to move the seat up, and if he would have moved the seat up, I think she probably could have got in that car.
Yes, she could have.
He didn't want to take her.
No, he didn't.
That's discrimination for sure.
Absolutely. I definitely think she's gonna get some coin from it.
Because I didn't think.
And I feel like this may have happened to her before, which is the reason why she recorded it this time.
Mm-hmm. And he said he's done it to people before. Yeah, I've tried before. I've already tried. Yeah, it's thank you, Necey, because everybody talking. She needed to get an XL. First of all, Lyft don't have XL. Uber does. He wasn't an Uber driver, and he turns around and tell her, "You need to get Uber XL." He was trying to be fucking funny.
He was.
I'm not shocked though, because those drivers, they discriminate all the time. I remember when I would go on group trips, you get an Uber and it's 3 seats in the back, 1 seat in the front. And they would advertise that they could pick up 4 people. You pull up, they see that it's black people trying to get a ride coming from the club or whatever. They fold their front seat down and be like, sorry, I don't have enough room.
Wow.
So yeah, wouldn't be surprised. That's discrimination for sure.
Damn.
I didn't know that Lyft had XL, but he told her to get Uber XL. That's what he told her. He told her get Uber XL.
This Lyft driver denied me service. BC of my size.
What you saying?
Yeah, I got no space in my car is small.
I can fit in this car.
No, believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
Believe me. So, I'm sorry.
What I'm gonna do about my money?
Well,
Right.
You're not gonna be charged.
So you telling me I can't?
Did he say he got a big heart?
Because I can't fit in your car.
Yeah, you need to order a bigger car.
What makes you think I can't fit in a car?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What makes you think I can't fit in this car?
Because the car is small in the back.
My best friend has a Benz that's newer than this that I can fit in. That's the same size.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't.
So you really telling me I'm too big to get in your car? So I gotta order another Lyft.
And to be more specific with you, I got very tired tires.
What I got?
This Lyft driver denied.
Do with your tires?
Yeah, and you have no space.
How you know I don't have no space?
Yeah, I got no space in the back.
How do you know I don't have no space?
Because I tried before.
Huh?
Because I've been in this situation.
So every big person you turn down because they can't fit in your car?
Yeah, because they need to order the Uber XL.
No, I don't never have to order Uber XL.
Then I'm really sorry.
What's your name?
Abraham Carter.
Okay. Nope. Do with your tires.
Okay, we don't have to hear her talk about it, but
who's she gonna sue though? That's my question.
Lyft.
But I don't understand. Like, he's an employee. That's like, I don't know how much she would get paid for that.
That's what I was thinking. Because
like,
you have a right to say who they want in their cars or not. But I do feel like she could prove this was discriminatory because all the stuff she was asking him, he was basically saying, yeah, I don't pick up big people because my tire's tired. And you know that's not a real reason.
I wonder how that's gonna work.
Get a gift card at best.
Yeah, I wonder. I wonder how this is gonna play out because isn't he considered like an independent contractor? So are they gonna try to use that to disassociate themselves from that a bit or what? But they did put a statement out, I thought.
Then she could just sue him personally for
right.
The fuck?
Exactly. Exactly. So that, and of course, as a corporation, that's fine with them because they about to fire him anyway. Go ahead, you can sue him, but at least we not taking the L and having that apart, attached to us. But I don't know. We'll see.
Have y'all seen them group lawsuits talking about have you ever been harassed by a driver? Join this. What do they call the class action?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody sent me one because I was harassed by a Lyft driver, but I never signed up for it. But yeah, I guess if you can do that, then maybe he can be held accountable.
Because he did say he did it to multiple people.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm from New Orleans and, or from, Louisiana got big ass people in it. I don't know if y'all know that. And when I tell you, I see some of the biggest motherfuckers holding on to the top of a car when they get out or some, little bitty
holding down.
Okay. I see them driving the cars. Yeah. So they could.
I don't know what everybody's talking about. And I think that a lot of people want to act like, can we be mad at her? I mean, can we be mad at him? Yeah, we can. I can absolutely be mad at him because he could have let her get her ass in the back seat and dropped her off and went about his way. If your tires are tired, take your ass home or do DoorDash so you don't have to pick people up. But no, I absolutely feel like whenever somebody is big, y'all feel like it's okay to treat them like shit.
Right, exactly. And not speak on her behalf. They kind of just like, fuck it. Oh well. Should be smaller.
He was being nice because he said sorry. It's called passive aggression. Girl.
Well, we wish her the best of luck. On that case, hopefully it works out for her. Let us go ahead and move on. Okay. Let us get into some more foolishness. Okay. This young lady here decides that, girl, your life's not over, but you're problematic. Her name is Krisha Malu or something like that. And
It's Lucretia.
Lucretia.
It's
Miss Lucretia thought it would be great for her to start filming herself dancing on the heads of some of her patients. And I want you guys to witness Miss Lucretia's behavior. Okay, let's get into Miss Lucretia just a piece.
Getting it popping on her patients.
You just don't do this to people. You don't.
This Atlanta area healthcare worker seen on TikTok dipping it low on her patient's forehead. Patients, you can see, are living with disabilities.
This is not a laughing matter.
And with the backlash,
it's not what it is. Trust and believe.
she had plenty to say on social media, but police weren't buying it. A breaking update. She has just been charged. And when the Shade Room started looking into the so-called nurse and who she works for, you may be shocked. I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates.
Justin, you ain't shit. I want you to know that.
At all. A scandal and scrubs. I'm weak.
On social media, she's Krisha Malou. And if she was looking for likes and follows on social media, she surely got it last week. But it was at the expense of at least 2 men who appear to be disabled, who she was taking care of at the time. Not only did she drop her cakes and other body parts on top of their head, but she also did so while she was administering pills to them. It got the internet in a frenzy, many asking, what if this was my loved one?
Right?
Yo.
Getting it popping on her patients.
I can't. Getting it popping.
This is Justin.
Dropping it low.
No, I cannot. I think she was so.
That's the second time he reported something that I feel like I said something to y'all recently. Like, why is he talking?
He is hilarious, bro. Getting it popping on her patients, bro.
Dropping cakes.
This is not a laughing matter, baby. That timing was perfect.
Is it not?
Oh goodness! Listen, y'all. When I saw the guy in the tub, because I saw the first guy, the lighter guy, that was sitting down, I guess in a chair. But when I saw her literally put her cootie twat on that man's head, I'm like, this is like, why would you post that? I don't know if the family can sue you, girl, but you could be at risk for some stuff. What, isn't it like a felony or something from what she did? So she may have lost her license.
She could be a sex offender. I would fight to get her listed as a fucking sex offender, because honestly, if I was one of those people's family members, I'd be in a jail. I would be in the jail. That reminds me of that documentary on Netflix called "Say You Love Me." Y'all remember that one?
No.
That's the one, girl. That's the one where the white lady was I think she was like a speech language, but thought she was something. And she had a black patient that was disabled. I can't remember exactly what he had, but he couldn't verbalize through speech. So she would use his laptop and they would communicate with each other through laptop. And she claimed that he was in love with her and she was fucking this man. And he was completely disabled. Like,
tell them you love me?
Yeah, tell them you love me. It was a white lady that claimed she was in love with her black patient who was disabled.
I did see that. I did.
No, I can't. And now I see exactly why you say she should get a charge of an SO.
You should be a sex offender.
Absolutely. Because if you'll go that far to do that on video, what else are you doing behind the camera?
I need to go because I low-key forgot.
Oh, girl, I can't. That is crazy. How did she get hired? Did she have everybody I guess started? Oh, she did.
I bet you any money, because a lot of times I'm gonna tell y'all, it's a lot of hood bitches that own businesses that take care of elderly people.
Yeah,
you know them hoes get scrubs in a minivan and be pick up the elderly people and collecting the check and all of that. So I think, in honesty, there's probably a lot of impropriety in that sector. But to me, it's probably one of them situations where somebody know her mama or know her family and gave her a job.
Girl, well, she done took that job too damn far, and now you decided to pick out yourself embarrassing. You done got a felony.
And then she's up there smiling in the camera like, you such a fucking, girl. It's giving, you should have been a patient and you shouldn't have been working there.
I thought the brown on her head was literally, they snatched her scalp or something.
They snatched her wig off. That's the lace.
Child.
To jail with them wigs on, so they have to cut them off because they don't know if you hide anything under there. So they cut your wigs off.
Yeah, you know, I'm honestly feeling really bad for her. It's given as she was probably some type of victim. This is deep. Like, to me, this is so close to why couldn't you just sexually assault these people at this point? You very well could have. Are you some victim to it and you're performing? Like, what would make you feel comfortable enough to invade somebody's
why?
safety like that? Yeah.
Because the patients are men and the patients are probably like teenage boys, and she has the mind of a teenage girl. So I think the patients probably, they want to be on social media, or they want her to put her pussy on their forehead because she's a pretty girl, and they're going to do whatever a pretty girl tell them to do because they, like, these are disabled people, but they still have minds. So they still probably, are attracted to her and would do something that she wanted them to do simply because she's a pretty girl that's, wanting to put them on the internet. And they probably have the mind of a teenager. You know what I'm saying? But you supposed to be the adult in a situation and not do shit like that, Lucretia.
She from the crash out generation. Not you doing too much just to get some likes and stuff.
Lock her ass up.
Yeah.
Lock her ass up.
That's wild. I wonder if the family's gonna come out and say something. Because that's crazy.
You about to lose your job.
1000%. Y'all heard about that? You about to lose your job? His girlfriend was airing him out about being a cheater last month. But anywho, child.
Girl.
What, the officer in that video?
Yeah.
Officer? Are we surprised?
Yeah. She ain't had her being cool with the girl, thinking the girl is just like, like one of his good friends or something like that. Whole time he was seeing both of them playing in everybody's face. It was a mess. It was a mess, girl. I was, oh my God, this is messy. But anywho, let's get into some things that's messier, like TV talk. Ooh, so we got a new show and it's called Wags to Riches, okay? Featuring I would say some familiar faces like Ashley from the original Wags, Sherelle from Selling Tampa, and a few other ladies, okay, that we were introduced to. And what I want to know from y'all is what y'all thought about the overall season and what are some of your likes and dislikes. And matter of fact, also tell me who you liked the most and who you didn't like. Or who you could do without.
I'm gonna be real. I didn't really connect with any of them like that. I probably preferred Sade low key, just because I felt like she was the only one that seemed to have her own mind, and I like that she wasn't all cliquey like they were. Yes, Jules was obviously there for the reason that she was there. Like, you was there to act like an ignorant white girl and fight. And they got the right one to bop. Now, at the end of the day, I think the girl, what was her name? Kania. What?
Kania.
Kania, girl. Next time you want to call somebody a racist or a white bitch or something like that, try not doing it sitting directly next to them, because she heard everything you were saying. So when she walked over there and was introducing herself, and you looking down, acting like you don't see her, where all that energy went? To me, I low-key feel like you had to fight her because you let that white girl punk you because you thought she was gonna talk shit. And when she walked over, like, bitch, I'm about it, you decided you wanted to her, no. You should have had all that fucking energy when she first walked over there. Okay. And at the end of the day, Jules was not wrong. You put your finger in her face because you thought you was gonna punk a white girl, and the white girl showed you I'm not to be punked. So she hit your hand, and then you got into a fight, but you still won.
Right. I'm like, now she may have gotten beat up, but she was scared.
You wasn't right.
I was here for Jules. I was here for Jules culture vulture ass, because they're not lying. But the thing was, she stood on it. She said it with her chest. She said, "What do you do for the community?" She said, "I'm a real."
Girl,
what?
That's not you. But also, I don't have to explain to you what I do for the community,
right?
Bitch, I don't have to save the community like you, because I'm in the community, bitch. Like,
the fact that she answered it and then flipped it and said, well, what do you do for money? What?
Like, what's going on?
Okay.
Like, that was
Yeah.
definitely a weird interaction, but I do want to say, oh, girl should have checked the friend group, because to be very clear, y'all let the white girl come around y'all with the braids and the fucking black men and the adopting y'all culture, and you know, y'all let her.
Yep.
Y'all heard everything Yes Jules did, and y'all still was hanging around her. Sherelle,
Come on.
Sherelle, you weird as fuck to me, Sherelle, because you
Weird.
mad at Stoney, but at the end of the day, your girl that go with Kodak Black got arrested for fighting over
Talk
a crackhead.
about it.
Girl, what the fuck? You mad at
An
Stoney?
alleged rapist. Didn't he have
And-
charges?
And then positioned her to go sit amongst the billionaires. Do you hear what I say? Allow her to come sit at the table, but you over here dragging Stoney.
Girl, she embarrassed the fuck out of me and Sherelle when she was sitting there eating the food for the first time, and you could tell she didn't like it. And you know how people that ain't never been nowhere and never ate nothing outside of what they normally eat act when they get some food they ain't never had. Like, it was just like, girl, you really trying hard to make this little girl be like you, but it's whack. It's whack. And also Sherelle's a pick me. Like, low-key Sherelle. Like, girl, when she said she slid in Chad's DMs, I said,
I mean, are we surprised? I feel honestly, y'all, I think that Chad, if you slide into his DMs, the success rate is high. So the flex that she is trying to give is just not given. I mean, it was another lady he was dating before her that he would post all the time, and she was just a regular hood chick with pretty toes. He used to post her feet all the time. I'm not surprised. He is. I just think I wanted me.
Yes. wanted me. Okay.
Yeah, I would say I think if I had to pick one, I would say Sade. And then the second, I would actually say Jules, because she wasn't afraid to go up against people. I didn't finish it. So at the end, if something else happened, I don't know. But she wasn't afraid to speak her part. And I'm glad that she did that with Sherelle and them in the boutique. Shit was weird as fuck. The people who I like the least, Sherelle. You know what's really funny? I used to watch Wags Miami, and I loved Ashley. Ashley and I forgot the Darnell. Darnell. I used to love Ashley and Darnell. Ashley used to seem so authentic to me, and she kind of gave that, but she also kind of gave, let me know my position and let Sherelle be HBIC. Yeah, on this show. I didn't really like that. I didn't think she was being true to how I knew her from the previous show. But the other one who I think a lot of people let get the pass was Alexis. Alexis wasn't shit, if you ask me.
Really?
Show me which one
Hell
that
no.
Alexis is, yeah, she was the one with the locks. That Amari Stoudemire.
Oh, fake woke
with the gray dress.
The fake.
That's exactly.
Not y'all call my girl fake woke.
Girl,
yes, because I think a lot of people wanted to give her a pass because she would speak to Stoney, or sometimes she would move individually from the group. But when she would get with Sherelle and the other women, she was on the same shit they was on.
Oh, you're right.
Because she was on the same shit that they was on, when she met up with Jules, you could tell like her and the other women had already formed an opinion about Jules. They sat there, and I feel like they weaponized Jules being white to be like, we can't act like that. We can't act like that. So that's what I mean by fake woke. Like, bitch, it ain't got nothing to do with, oh, well, we don't get the privilege to fight in bars. Well, bitch, if somebody come up to me and do the way that girl did Jules, my black ass is gonna be nice.
Exactly.
Well, we don't get the privilege, but the black girl fought in the damn bar.
It was manipulative. One, to get the women to be like, we are black, let's bond. And then two, to get the viewers to be like, yeah, Jules is a victim because we black women and we don't benefit from showing our asses. Like, okay. The whole show, like, the math was not math.
Happened either. Like, I almost feel like they had agreed that yes, Jules was the issue before they even knew what happened, even though they were sitting right next to them. I was like, y'all heard everything that was fucking going on because they was loud. Like, y'all know, yes, Jules didn't start that shit talking about, oh, I thought when you hit her that I didn't know she hit her hand. Girl.
And the way Sherelle
and Ashley really had the clear view because of where she was sitting.
The way Sherelle decided, it was so weird. Just one episode, Sherelle decided we can't be mad at Jules and Stoney. So because Stoney's black, now all of a sudden I'm gonna be nice to Stoney because Jules is the new outcast, and everybody just followed suit. And I'm just like, Really?
Yes.
Y'all think y'all
That's
can make a show with longevity off of this?
right. That's why I didn't really care about the whole conversation about she's white, because y'all often like to allow these people into these spaces.
Uh-huh.
And when they start acting like you or whatever the case is, then you want to start feeling a way about it. But y'all made it so comfortable for her to be around.
Absolutely.
Like I didn't mind that. I was with Jules though. Girl, I would have hit her hand too. Like, get your damn hand out my face. Because you were telling the girl to calm down. And then when the girl tells you to lower your tone, I'm not doing anything. Like, you need to scoot back. You was already scared. And then the reason I really fought Kania is because she acted froggy and then froze up and allowed somebody else to set the tone for the overall situation. So of course, old girl finna be taking a step back. Like, what's going on with you?
Jules talking about, I didn't say you were racist, but you're saying you're racist, so I guess you're a
girl. Yeah, she played her face on that. I mean, if you're saying that, then I guess you are. Like, yeah, she should have got knocked out right there. But
it's crazy.
Do y'all believe she had an abortion?
I was about to say, I don't know, because the truth of the matter is, it is weird that you was out, right after. You muted, Necey. That was weird. But
I said hella weird.
Yes, but at the same time, somebody was in my comments and said people's bodies respond differently. Sometimes, maybe she wasn't as far along, so it might not have caused as much, drippage. Who knows, child?
She said she was 6 weeks, but yeah, who knows? The earlier, but one of the comments that I saw was from "Girl, It's My Opinion." She said weaponizing being clear, and I wanted to explain what I meant by that. I don't mean like, oh, she's white, so it's a bad thing. I mean weaponizing conversations in the environment that we live in to try to evoke emotion out of Black people, to villainize her further. They know that Black people will stand in solidarity because of things that we've gone through. So that's what they were doing to manipulate the situation in their favor.
That conversation in a car with old girl and her man, when she was like, we can't act like that.
Yes, Portia.
Girl, yeah, her. I ain't really like her. She was another one I ain't really like.
I like Portia. Y'all don't like none of the people I like.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. She was too much of a fucking follower. You know who I was like? You know who I didn't like for real?
Who?
Tyreek Hill's old lady. That mama. Kita's mama.
Oh yes, girl. She was so annoying. And then the blue contacts was pissing me the hell off because I refused to believe they're her eyes. I said, bitch, you too old for this.
Is her mama Black?
I don't know.
Light skin, might be biracial.
Yeah.
But she had these terrible blue contacts and she looks really thin, like in an unhealthy way, bad wig, and was basically telling your daughter to stay with that ain't shit ass nigga because your prayers work. So you
come on.
Pray, but stay with him because he got money and all of that. And then she told her not to breastfeed her baby because it was gonna make her titties they're gonna sag. And I'm just like, so it's all about the man, basically.
Child,
she can get her breast redone.
That's what
right.
She was like, I could just get my breast done. But she was like, giving the advice she's giving her is vapid. What do you call it? What's another word for vapid that might be better for everybody? Child, just surface level, not deep.
Right. That mama just want her to keep that check.
Yes. Vanity.
Yeah. It's the bag is secured. Andrew got a bag, but just have another one. Keita looked just like Hazel Ito. No shade at all, because Keita's not a bad looking girl. But when I watched the show, I was like, wow, she looks so familiar. And boom, she looks just like Hazel E used to look back in the day.
Oh, she do. She do.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Damn, Keita.
That's the word I was
Keita.
Shallow. She's shallow.
Oh, that's what the mama is, shallow.
Also,
go ahead.
Old girl that's fighting over Kodak Black. Bitch.
Oh, MJ.
You were groomed, MJ. You were groomed. I was talking about her today.
So I wasn't the only person that caught it. Thank you.
Until I was of age.
She said that, yeah, she met him in high school. He came to the high school. He followed her. I'm like, so he's following the kid? But yeah, he didn't DM me until I became of age. I'm like, okay, something about that didn't sound right.
You're lying. That retarded ass nigga don't care nothing about your age. All he cared about.
What happened to them charges? He had charges for allegedly aping people, right?
Didn't Trump expunge or Trump did it, right?
Oh, he was doing time and then he got pardoned. or
Yes.
something like that.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, I
That
guess so
part.
then. Oh, didn't know that. For me, I really liked Alexis, y'all. I felt like the only time Alexis to me kind of like switched her tune was with the whole thing with Jules. She acted like everything was cool, checked on Jules, and then next thing you know, you over there talking about Jules. But I ain't feel like she did that with nobody else. She still showed support to Stony and even told the ladies that she gonna give her grace despite everything. Sherelle was putting 20 on 10, doing a bit much. Ashley was, I still enjoy Ashley, but I do feel like she was giving follower to Sherelle a bit too much. I like MJ. I think once MJ gets her mind right and from out the gutter with that man, I think she's gonna be in a much better place. I was wondering though, how is Alexis gonna go on to date when she still have these family nights or whatever with her ex-husband? I'm like, how is that man gonna be like?
She could get back with him.
Like, what's that? I like Portia. I did not like when Portia sat up there and said everybody's faking their life for a bit. And I'm like, Portia, baby, you are that person. Okay. Because the fact that your husband not wearing his ring, some things are going on with that. And then now I go to her page and I don't see any pictures of her wearing her ring. I don't see her with him or nothing like that. So I'm like, okay, maybe you the one that's kind of being fake. But again, they didn't really give us that. They pretty much just stayed in the realm of the dynamics of the ladies and the beefs and stuff that they may have had with each other. But it was cool. But I just saw room for improvement because I could tell when things were shot out of place at different times. It's just like it was off. It was off. They were shooting things out of order, and the way the conversations was happening wasn't, the continuity of the show was off for sure.
Yeah.
Big Al said if a chair can hold her, then a car can pay.
That's the same thing I said. She sat in a whole chair. I don't know why a car wouldn't be able to hold her up. But I was just about to say, I looked it up and it says that he took a plea deal for that assault case.
Oh, he did?
And he got charged with a lesser charge, basically.
Okay.
And also it sounds like he might have paid, he paid like $1 million to get that pardon. But yeah, he entered a plea deal,
you can pay for that.
pleading guilty to a lesser charge. Well, basically what he did was paid $1 million to a charity and then got the pardon.
Trump's charity?
I don't know. They didn't say it was Trump's charity, but you know how that shit go.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Kimmy Ken says she didn't like Stoney because she seen that he was that he was in Stoney DM. She another Evelyn / OG. Oh damn.
Yeah. Then Stoney, I like when Stoney put it out there that she had made that group chat with them 8 women.
That was interesting.
Well, apparently at some point Sherelle had started a group chat with 8 women that she had found in Chad's phone, and that's what Stoney told her. And she honestly, I like the way she handled it. She didn't flip out. She didn't act like, oh, it didn't happen. She said, oh, what happened? You know what I mean? It was something, but the way Sherelle handled it, she didn't like pop off the handle. She was just like, oh, is that right?
Basically, when she said he was outside or something when they were sitting down.
Yes, I think I'm confusing 2 different scenes. Either way, because she told somebody, who she told. It might have been Yes Jules. I can't remember, but she told
Jules. Yeah,
she told Jules. Yes, about that group chat. And then I think she actually said something about the hotel that she was supposed to be going to with Chad. I didn't know what the kind of, like, was it a whole house? Like, what's the connotation of that?
That's what I was wondering. I don't know.
I'm gonna have to watch what's your girl?
Jessie Woo?
Jessie Woo, yes. Because she did I was thinking just a couple of things because she did an interview with them. So I'm gonna have to check that out and see what they say. But Sherelle disappointed. Sherelle disappointed
very
me.
much.
And also I feel like people are full of shit because I was saying that I felt like she was prettier than Evelyn. I know that's very shallow of me to say, but that's just how I feel. They was in the comments talking about, no, she not. Sherelle is like a 6. I was like, you're hating. That's ridiculous.
Really?
I
prefer her over Evelyn.
Me too.
But that might just be because she more black.
To me, she looked like Nia Long a little bit to me. So that's why I was like, and they with Nia. I was like, yeah, to me, she looks like they have the same type of
her eyes and the cheekbones.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look similar to me. So I'm like, if you feel like Nia Long is that girl, how do you think Evelyn and her big forehead with that vein popping out is cuter than Sherelle? Like, no. But I do wish that she had. I wish that she had more confidence about herself. Like, I don't even like and I feel like she's confident, but not for real, because she be playing herself out when it comes to Chad. To me, Chad is low key one of them niggas that act like they joking, but they be disrespecting the shit out of you. Like, I feel that's what I feel.
She know her man. That's why
Yeah.
she put in that clause.
The
And honestly, when
infidelity
she was, hell yeah, it killed me when he said, "She's not ready to be married. You're not ready to be married because you know you gonna cheat.
You're not ready to be married, nigga.
No.
You gonna cheat." And then also, I think
Right.
you're lying about her making more money than him. I think he's lying. I think that Chad has invested very well, and I think that he pretends as if the only money he's getting is money from that podcast.
I agree because he told the pastor that I want her to know if her stuff doesn't pop off by the time that it does, I got you. And I'm like, okay, Chad got that long money, and then you go and sit down with these attorneys and you saying something different. I don't know.
I think that's why he always pretending to be broke, always talking about McDonald's and Walmart. Like you
Remember
have
he was doing her hair for her, remember? He was like doing her nails and stuff. I was like, no, why you letting that nigga prove that he don't have to pay for nothing for you? To me, she was playing herself even then. Because I really want to understand what's the point of getting with a rich nigga if he's going to like be so stingy and fool you. Yeah, like what's the point?
Yes, it is.
But
you read the super chat? Read it.
Which one? This one?
No.
It's another one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just got
didn't
one.
see it.
And it
My
had to
bad.
do with the conversation we having now.
Okay. Okay, we'll come back to this one about Keita and all them damn kids. Thank you, Brittany, for the super chat. Tanisha, thank you so much for the super chat. The hotel that she was referring to, is there an area that is considered Okeechobee, really entire Leo? But it has multiple rent by the hour rooms for working. Oh shit.
Mirrors on the ceiling. Oh,
tight motels.
You know what it is? He's fucking cheap. That's what it is. He's fucking cheap. He took her to a hotel that you could pay by the hour. Which means I don't want to stay the whole night. That's what that means. Let's get away from the kids. Go fuck at this cheap ass hotel that let me pay by the hour, and then we can go back to the house.
I didn't watch this episode. Chad took Sherelle?
Yes,
yeah. Stoney said he took her to a hotel or the strip of hotels in Okeechobee, and I guess lower class.
Yeah, that give me shit. Yeah. So it's like, girl, why you acting like you got it like that when that nigga be taking you down to the hood?
Everybody call him Jason Pitts. He is Jason Pitts.
Okay, Dippin' Pitts.
And that's how you know his money is long, because a lot of the men that actually make it to that level and make money like that, they flex. He like, nah, I'm keeping this in my pocket.
Which is so weird, because eventually it's like, what are you saving it for? To leave to your kids, I hope, because you got 11 of them.
Yeah.
I hope them kids don't have to, want for nothing.
That's how I feel about Keita kids.
I don't think they do.
Yeah, I've never heard any complaints.
He always with his kids, from what I see. He seems
that's
super
also
active.
something cheap too. That's probably also something cheap too. Nah, I'm gonna have them.
You're right. You're right, because if you do 50-50 in some places, you ain't got to pay no custody. See, that's what I'm saying, Sherelle. You might need to rethink that.
Why do you want to marry him? Just have a good time and going about your way. And then sitting up there talking about you want some of his business, but you don't want him to take none of yours, even though he's saying
that was crazy.
That's because she know he really do make more money, and I got your baby, and if we break up, then I'm gonna be the primary parent, so you need to give me a percentage of your business because I'm the one that had your baby. In real life, like when I think about how women almost die in childbirth, I do feel like men owe women more than women owe men when they've had babies for them. I do, especially when men really want that. Y'all want families, y'all want children with these women. You need to secure those women when you decide to have children with them, because how the child lives is really dependent upon how the mother lives. So if you're
Mhm.
not willing to secure the woman and the child for the remainder of their lives to some extent, then you don't need to do that. And I'm not even really talking about middle class people that may not be able to afford that. I'm talking about these niggas that actually have the money but want to be stingy because they're not fucking a woman no more.
Right. Necey, did you see the scene when Portia went to the doctor and she told the doctor she wanted the home birth?
Okay. I saw a little bit of that, and I'm gonna tell you why I wasn't feeling Portia at all, because Keita mentioned wanting to do a home birth, and Portia was talking down on it and was telling her, "Do you know that you poop a little bit?" And she was trying to scare. I mean, some people do it. I wanted to comment on this because I had a home birth. I did not shit. I'm gonna say that. Quit trying to fearmonger people into
Right.
not doing what the fuck they want to do, only for you to turn around and try
Come
to do
on.
the same shit in some capacity. You a fucking hater.
I said,
was
damn,
like,
I didn't hear her say that before. Okay.
no, she didn't. And it was like, you got multiple kids. Why? I don't know. I guess she was trying to make her think, I know because I've done this before. You don't know.
She
So let me
definitely
tell
get
you why your
know-it-all.
idea to do a home birth is dumb. Like, yeah, I ain't like that at all.
I didn't like the doctor not necessarily really giving her an option. It just
What the
seems
doctor
like
said?
she said something like Portia was like, I was considering and thinking about having a home birth or whatever. And she was like, well, you know, when you have home births, you know, anything could really happen. You may have to come to the hospital anyway. And we'll have all of the necessary things that you need at the hospital. So, you know, I think you should just have a hospital birth. And because her husband also didn't want her to have a home birth, she just said, okay. But that kind of bothered me a little bit. Instead of giving her the resources to just find out if that's something she really wants to do or take some time to think about it, I didn't really like how the doctor shut her down in that moment. And I'm like, girl, y'all have all of the stuff in the hospitals and women still pass away after giving birth. So,
Exactly.
Okay, ma'am.
It's given Portia didn't have the resources herself, which is probably, she was projecting on Keita, in my opinion, because you have to know that whenever you go to a hospital and you get sick, these people are trained to act in worst case scenarios. They're going to prescribe you medicine. They're not going to give you herbs and supplements. So it's like,
Right.
you gotta consider the source. So whenever you decide to make a decision about having a home birth or hospital birth, it's a very personal decision, and it's a lot of research you have to do outside of a doctor. So that's what she should have done.
I like that you said that, because that just also put it back into perspective and confirmation that Miss Girl only said that because Keita said it. Because I would think she would have been researching that the whole time if that was something that you wanted, because you would have never went to a doctor. You probably would have found a doula that's going to do that, or you would have found some type of birthing center that can kind of fit what it is that you're looking for. So yeah, girl, she was capping anyway. She looked cute though, pregnant. I said, girl, you better style on them with that belly. But yeah, as far as I liked Alexis, I like Sade. I like Portia. I think all of the girls were good for the most part. You know, everybody got their stuff.
The Hard Knock situation, was that the shit with Sade and how they was trying to make it seem like she was so fucked up because she didn't want to let them people record because everybody that was in the place didn't want them to record.
Yeah.
See, I wasn't. That's another reason why I kind of like Sade more, because I'm like, why are y'all mad at her when this was obviously like one of them situations where everybody in a room doesn't want to be recorded, so they don't want that to happen? Why are y'all only trying to blame her?
Exactly. Exactly. And then for her to switch it up and say, oh, but they were never going to come into the room. Well, why would you ask? If they were never going to come into the room and they were only going to film outside, why would you ask if they can come into the room? Obviously they were. So that was the whole issue to begin with. I agree with Sade. Sade was standing on hers, baby. The way she told Sherelle, you the oldest bitch here, girl.
Oh, she was quick to use that B word.
I said, let's go.
Bitch,
Let's go, Sade. My type of girl. Let's go, honey. I liked her. I liked her. I mean, hell, it seemed like her and Jules was the only ones that about had a piece of balls, really.
Exactly, which is why I like them. Because for me, it's always say it with your chest. Just say it with your chest. And I can respect it.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Hopefully they can, you know, make a minor changes and bring it back for another season, we shall say, because I ain't gonna lie, I love seeing that Sherelle is about to do a development on some townhomes. I feel like this is inspiring. So I want to see more of that when it comes to real estate. But y'all ready to move on?
Yes.
So let me give y'all this right here real quick. We're going to get into this right here first. Let me make sure that I have it over here on her page. Okay, so we're going to get into this first. All right.
Are you ready for a Sweet 16?
Welcome back to Atlanta, baby.
It's a whole new ATL. But trust us, the shade is still shady. And the tea is just as piping hot, if not hotter. Okay. The season 16 trailer starts in 3, 2, 1.
Cinderella gotta wake the hell up. Soft life is over. You are a low down, dirty individual. You can be the sweetest peach in the orchard, but not everybody can handle the juice.
This season on The Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Hey! Ooh, ooh, ooh. Whatever you would like. I'm back, baby. Round of applause.
Ice cream looking good, that royalty flag. When
I played the underdog, and I can outshine the best of them.
I'm serving face, I'm serving body. I'm a Barbie.
Oh, yes. You have a sex in the engine?
Put your leg down. Not too much.
People would describe me as a good time, a little spicy, a little feisty. You were trolling me, bitch.
Bitch, I was giving you what you were coming for.
I am married to NBA legend Charles Oakley.
Let me make this clear. I'm married to a celebrity. My DMs are flooded.
Ooh, I'm twirling on my haters. You want to party? Let's go. And it don't have to be a twerk. I mean, I can twerk.
Cause it's all about the money, money, money.
What the
You could find me
The best thing about girls is the camaraderie.
You know what the point of reference is?
She cut me off, Portia.
Can we just put a button in this because we have the Prime Minister coming?
This is the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Read the room.
I'm reading the room.
You're not.
You should be ready whenever. Whoa. Because you already know it's coming.
Dennis is serving as my executive producer.
Dennis? Yes.
You think I'm banging Drew?
Yes or no? So who is this hoe?
Britt Edie is her name.
It couldn't go any lower.
She thinks this is okay.
That was Kenya's choice to twirl on down the head. I don't think she came back out. Nah, I heard something about Charles.
She's talking about my husband. And then she was like, you know what? I should Charles.
If you don't take it on back with that 99 nose, don't do that.
Okay, Flavor Flav.
Why did you guys even get a divorce?
He took almost $500,000.
Oh.
The frauding, the scamming.
It makes you think how much of it was real.
I'm trying to make music so that I can buy a Rolls Royce because I heard yours might be repoed soon.
I just had an ectopic pregnancy. That was the scariest thing ever.
You got to watch the dog that brings the bone.
I would like to express the things that have hurt me in our friendship. You're young. Am I boring you?
They're just coming in with grenades.
About time, bitch.
Lord,
About time, Shamia.
And now you blowing the booty.
Juicy.
Phaedra.
All right, y'all.
Are you ready for
it? On the ladies are returning. I'm hearing the echo just a little bit. I wanted to get y'all thoughts on some of the. First of all, I want to get y'all thoughts on the trailer. So yeah, we could get into that real quick. What did y'all think? Are y'all excited about the season? I do feel like it was missing a little bit of something.
A little bit.
Maybe it's that. Yeah,
You said a little bit of what?
A little bit of Kenya. Where's Kenya? Like, y'all know, I don't even go up for her.
Yeah.
But I don't like that. I don't like how they did that. Like, don't act like she wasn't ever there and she wasn't filming at all. Don't fucking do that.
They did that though. They showed her.
No, but they showed the back of her head.
Twirling on my haters. That was the spin out.
I mean, I have recently switched over to Team Twirl within the past season or two. But this trailer to me, number one, I'm gonna say is like I told y'all, it's a breath of fresh air, seeing breath of fresh air through the nose, specifically seeing people like Shamia and Drew with natural noses.
Oh,
because some of these ladies make my nose itch watching this. It's just too much. Too much.
I'm not here for Portia being in charge of the girls. Let's start there.
Hell no. Hell no. And I've been saying it.
And honestly, the fact that Shamia is saying anything negative to Portia, I personally feel like I hope it's real, because that's the only thing I would want to see. Because to me, I feel like Portia been playing in Shamia's face for years. Like, she been using that girl on and off and discarding her as she saw fit over and over and over again. I never forget how she handled Shamia's weddings. And to me, that right there, like, you were hating, you were jealous.
What did you do with the weddings again?
Didn't want to come. Talking
Okay,
about at the time, I believe. Oh, I can't come. I can't fly. I can't. And it felt like you were jealous, and because of that, you didn't want to come and support your friend because you don't like the fact that you're not the main character in her life. She's always had the husband, the family, the money, the voice. You know, looks without surgery. Looks without surgery.
Then why even bring Phaedra into the shit? Y'all put it. So what I got from this trailer was Drew was right. When Drew said you came and you filmed for the last 2 episodes, you wasn't there for the season. That's what it was given. Y'all put Phaedra at the end, like, oh, look who it is. I don't give a fuck.
It wasn't there. That's what I think. I think
sure.
I'm also wondering if it's because Shamia. If Shamia and Portia fell out, then they would bring in Phaedra so Portia can have another friend. Because you know how to
I think all of that could have happened. I think they were at odds around that time, from what I heard. And I think that was around the time. I think that was around the time with the Kenya thing. So I think it did make sense. And you know, Phaedra been trying to get back over to Atlanta anyway. So I think it was literally perfect timing.
Every time I turn the channel, Phaedra.
I like the trailer, y'all, but I don't know.
Because it can be misleading. And
yes. They've been having some mid-season. Salt Lake City, the only one for me that's hitting.
I gotta go for the reunion.
I just don't know. We're gonna see though.
They are trying to give more rich though, that's for sure.
And I like that.
Yeah.
They are. Yeah. This is true. We got some looks over here with the ladies. Angela Oakley, Miss Brittany Edie, and Kelly. I think Kelly's last name is Ford. I'm not sure because I know she recently got her divorced. But what are you ladies thinking? I think they look good. I think I like Kelly's dress the most.
I'm gonna go with Angela.
Who is this in the gold?
On the end?
Yeah.
That's Kelly.
I like her dress.
Yeah, the one in the middle is Brittany.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's the one that got into it with Kenya.
Yeah.
And Kelly and Angela look good on photo, but it's like, you know, when you see people with plastic surgery in motion or in real life, it just be feeling odd.
Don't look the same. Yeah.
Yeah, they look good here, but in a trailer, I was like, ooh.
Oh, damn. Okay. How we feeling about Miss Phaedra, Cynthia, and Miss Drew? I can't really see Drew face good enough. I mean, her dress looked nice, but I feel like I don't know, her dress is giving more reunion dress. I think she could have toned it down a little bit on the dress. Just a little bit.
Enough either.
Say what?
She's not lit well enough.
Boom.
Great. Like other 2 photos. Yeah, they didn't like her well enough. Somebody don't like her on production. That's what I think.
Cynthia,
pretty dress.
Cynthia said, "I'm back to supermodel." Like Cynthia,
I hate Cynthia's look.
Girl, I hate that shit around her neck. I hate the shit on her.
I don't like it.
I hate the wig. Everything.
Yeah.
So let me. It is.
But I don't like the shoes with the dress.
Gotcha.
I don't like the dress for her.
Damn.
The neck. What is the neck?
We can't deny the face, but
always.
Yeah, face E.
Yeah, she's beautiful. She still. I mean, listen. We all know that women are beautiful, even if they don't make the right choices.
Maybe it's her pose, guys.
No, because in the trailer, I didn't like it either.
And then the wig is not, girl. Ooh, girl, I want her to stop buying cheap ass wigs.
Her and Phaedra.
I thought
Phaedra looked like she getting wigs from Heavenly's Beauty Supply.
Yes, like now Phaedra on Married to Medicine, those wigs are definitely throw-ons.
Yeah.
But her confessional, she eat them up.
Oh yeah, I just meant in this picture, hers actually has scalp. I don't like when they be putting on the wigs and it look like you just sitting on your head and it's got this perfect part. You know, you can just tell that it's a shake and go.
Right.
Like,
Just be hard, just harsh.
yeah, shake and go.
Ain't nobody plucking the lace on the wigs for you.
What do y'all think of her fit? Y'all like the dress?
Phaedra? No, I don't like it. She looks
giving
like
Addams
Elvira. Yeah, it's following her up. Following her up. She's too small for that.
I also don't understand why, when she only in the show for a small amount of time. We know she came at the end.
Because
That's
they've been
why I'm so
annoying.
annoyed. Yeah, this is a flex. This is a flex to get people hyped up. But to me, it's like, for the fuck, why? We've seen her on Married to Medicine. We haven't missed a beat of Phaedra, and she's not going to give anything. So why are y'all using her for promo in this way? I'm not. But y'all know, I don't like Phaedra, so I'm biased, you know. Obviously, I'm going to be like, fuck it. Fuck her. I don't care.
I mean, she don't never really give. She don't never really give. And I've been saying this for years. She's so fucking fake. She get on these shows and she don't give nothing to her personal life. I can't wait to see how Married to Medicine tried to set her ass up though.
With Apollo?
Yes.
Oh.
It seems like she knew Apollo was gonna be there. She didn't know Shireen was gonna be there.
I wonder.
Because they asked her and she was like, surprise me. So you thought Apollo might be there. I don't think you thought it was going to be a couple's trip and he was going to bring his wife.
I wonder. That's okay. I'm going to be looking at it from that angle. One more thing. What do y'all think about Miss Portia and Miss Shamia?
I'm looking forward to the discourse. Oh, I'm talking other than the looks. Oh, all right. Yeah, Portia 8. I hate Shamia is dressed like she's not the star of the show, and I don't like it.
Oh, yes. That is such a great point. I don't know if this was done on purpose, because how is everybody in dresses, but she's the standout in shorts? And I'm like, are y'all trying to say with her being the standout in the shorts, like, is she gonna be the breakout star or something like that? For her to be so different?
Let's give it front to the show.
And I'm noticing the people above. Say what?
Shamia, to me, always dressed like she about to perform, because I never forget that reunion she came on and she had that big hair and y'all said she was looking like Dream Girls.
Yeah, I remember that.
She always dressed like she getting ready to sing on Broadway or something. That's kind of what it was giving. Pussycat Dolls.
Okay. Well, that's enough of Real Housewives of Atlanta. The ladies will be returning, and I think they said it's coming back on like March 6th or March 9th or something like that. So it'll be back at some point, honey. Anywho, I need to look into that. All right. So anywho, let us go ahead and get into something else here. And real quick, I want to talk about Potomac, okay? When we talk about Potomac, I don't really want to get into the episode because the ladies have been being very dry, but there is a particular scene that I want us to listen to and for us to discuss. And this is Kiana talking about Greg.
So me and Greg had like a very bad argument. It really is still bothering me.
Yes.
Because it's just like,
Look, you at the right table. Let's go ahead and let it out.
just trying to live together is different, right?
It is.
And then the biggest hammer on the head is being a part of this group.
Okay. Wait.
For me, it's important to me.
Does he understand that?
I don't think he sees it that way.
I completely understand Greg's apprehension about Kiana joining the show because it can be challenging putting your relationship out there for the world to see. And any faults in that foundation, believe me, baby, they will be exacerbated.
He was just like, I've done all that I feel that I should do when it comes to supporting you. And what I don't want to do, I'm not going to do.
Let me say this, Kay. You never want to be in a situation with a man that's supposed to be your supporter and he's not capable of doing that for you. You never want to have to dim your light for the relationship. And if he can't get on board with that, okay, it's okay. Honey.
How Greg makes her feel so small, that's a red flag right there. Because that's not going to change.
This is kind of like tough love right now. If you were my daughter, I would be telling you everything that you are. Don't ever let a man take that from you, ever.
I really am hoping that Greg and I can work through this. But right now, we're totally at a standstill. So I think the most important part is for us to reevaluate if living together is the best decision for us, or if we do need to then possibly move back into our own respective corners. So,
All right,
and Greg
y'all.
hate like
So that is the situation with Kiana and Greg, and I was agreeing with Giselle 100%. I don't think his issue is really her being around the group. I feel like his issue is her being on this damn show, because Greg acts like a man that has some unfinished business out there, and that's just what that is. That's
you
just
think
what
so?
that is.
By unfinished, you think he in the streets?
Potentially, yeah, I do.
I was thinking it was more of he has issue with his ego. I think that she's successful and she don't really need him. And if she continues to get opportunities that show that she don't really need him, he's gonna continue to try to make her feel small to make himself feel better. And I feel like that's what we're seeing. Even when it came down the other scene when they was having dinner and he just flat out was not conversing with her at all. I felt so bad for her. It was so embarrassing. And in all of these situations, you could see it even from the beginning. She will have to make herself feel small to satisfy him. I hope they don't. I don't know. Personally, I feel bad for saying this, but honestly, I hope they don't get married. I don't think she should marry the man. He ain't the one. He can't keep up with her.
I need to ask a question.
You could be right though,
because y'all know I don't know these people. Did he? I mean, were they saying that he was saying he was tired of taking care of her?
No.
What were they saying? Like, about what was he being tired of? Because
it's more so her being, more so her being around the friend group. Because the last time she was in the friend group, I guess she got into a fight. So he's more concerned. At least that's how she says it. She makes it seem like he thinks the friend group is a problem. But that's why I said no. The issue is him not wanting you on this show.
Right.
That's what it is. He don't want you on the show.
But it's gonna be more problems.
Oh yeah.
Because why would you
play you out like
she
that?
fucked up because she's communicating that on none of the other ladies give in that way on the show. If you wanted to try to keep things a bay at home, I'm not saying she should fold to what he wants, but you even discussing that y'all have issues on this show, it's not gonna last. It's not gonna last because this is not real life. This is not your real friend group where you calling your girls on the phone like, girl, we just got into it. And that's what she did. I just leave that man alone. Leave him.
I have to agree.
If it's hard already, girl, let it flow, let it go.
You got Giselle giving you advice, but you know you need to let it go. Okay.
And if anybody is gonna give you advice on how you need to let a nigga go, it's Miss Giselle, girl. Okay, she cycles them in and out. In and out.
Good advice, though.
I think so. I'm not one of them people that feel like, oh, because you don't have a successful relationship, you can't give good advice. You know how to get away from an ain't shit ass nigga. So that's the advice you should be giving.
And there's that. Now, I will say, Bondy, I know you have not been watching the season, but I want you to understand that you have not missed a single fucking thing. Do you understand me? When I tell you this season has been so fucking bland the hell out, I don't understand why the ladies came and gave more in the reunion attire than they did for the whole damn show.
They had to
let's get into the looks. Ashley is coming to us with her Meredith bang, and her dress is cute, but I do not like her hair at all. And I don't understand the purpose of what is this, a shawl she has? I'm not really a fan of it. Wendy ate from top to bottom. What?
You know, Ashley ain't got no hips. So
that's why she's standing like that.
Yeah, Ashley don't have hips. She never wears dresses like this usually. Well, if she does, people always comment about how she's built. You know, she's built like a I'm not trying to be on her head, but you know, she's wider up top than she is at the bottom. So I think that's what it is.
Gotcha. I liked Wendy's look. I thought she ate that completely up. Makeup, hair, dress, shoes. I love it. I actually liked Giselle. I thought her hair looked good. She tried something different with her dress. I thought Giselle looked beautiful. I liked the all white. It actually made me miss Karen a little bit, Because I'm like, oh, Karen probably would have told his white up. And I hate that we didn't get a chance to see that.
What'd you say about Giselle?
Oh, I thought she looked beautiful.
Yeah.
I like the dress. I like that she's revealing a bit more in the hip area. I just feel like it's different in a way. I feel like Giselle I can't remember, but I feel like she always would wear jumpers or some shit. Or maybe I'm thinking about that reunion when she wore that pink and it was like a jumper and she had that foot brace on. But her looks, I think she may have improved last season. I think she looked good last season, but she ate this season. I'm like, go ahead.
You see how you glow when you ain't plotting on people familial structure downfall and plotting on people's husbands, Giselle. You see how you glow. Because Giselle has been looking much, much better. I think she might have got something done. I don't care either way it goes, but she looks good. Wendy looked good too. I don't know. It's something about her hair and makeup. It looks good, don't get me wrong, but it also just feels, like we've seen it. And then Ashley, I think Ashley looks good. I like her hair dark. Her hair actually looks good in this picture with the bang, but when you see the picture of it, there's no part. Somebody just threw a quick weave on her head. No closure, nothing. Yeah. Yes, and I don't care for that.
Okay. I think, of course, out of these, I think Wendy wins. For me, I think this is probably the best we've ever seen Giselle do. But at the same time, I still feel like, was this the best you can do? Girl, I guess. I don't know. I just feel like sometimes the body cutouts, even if you have a nice body, are not that flattering. Especially those ones that are on your hip or on your pelvic area, on your ass. Like it just, sometimes that should just be looking low-key a little weird to me. It just kind of, it's kind of cut you off a little bit. But she does look good and she looks better than we've seen her look before. I actually do really like this dark hair on Ashley. And I like Ashley's dress. I think it's probably too long for her, but and I also feel like she needed to stick her leg out instead of tooting her hip out like her hip hurt.
Ashley. Okay. Let's see who else we have here. I hate Mia sitting down. I saw Mia's dress when she was walking, and I don't even know who page I saw it on, but it was cute. It was cute. Yeah, Mia looked nice. I liked her hair. It seems like she was going for one of those, I don't know what you call it. Why I keep thinking burlesque, but that's not it. Is it?
It is low-key giving.
Yeah, like 19 Slapper, 1920 Betty Boop.
Yeah. I'm thinking a Creole lady. Is that what it's called? Creole lady marmalade? That's what she giving a little bit. She looks nice. I like Jassie's dress, but I don't really like the ponytail slick back hair. I don't think that is fully complimentary to her face, in my opinion.
It looked like she just got a regular ponytail in her hair, and this is a reunion show.
Yeah. It looked like she had a dress fitting.
And
I think who is this?
I wonder how that's gonna go. Considering, I wonder if they invited her at the last minute when they found out that Karen wasn't gonna be there, because I feel like they stopped filming with Jassie after a while.
Oh, for sure. It looked like it was an extra dress somebody had.
Probably so. I also think if they brought her back, and then maybe if they brought her to the reunion, maybe she's gonna be on the next season. But Jacqueline looked nice. I thought she looked nice in her dress, her pregnant stomach.
I don't know. It's something about her in this picture that's irking my spirit. I don't know why. Jacqueline, I don't know.
Is it the earrings or the hair?
It might be the hair, and also the way she holding her stomach. Like, ain't she a hoe?
Whoa!
Stop. I knew you was gonna say that. I knew that's why I was irking your spirit, because it's irking mine.
Well, it's giving angelic, but she's not an angelic person.
It's giving. It's giving. It's giving. But it really should be giving. Bitch, I'm a mother, because that's how she been looking this whole season.
Come on,
Okay, you've been wearing She been wearing the
That's
stuff
what's
that look like
gorgeous.
when you get it, it fit a doll, but you can stretch it out to full size. That's been her attire the whole season. Is you get it, you can fold it up and put it in your jean pocket, but it'll stretch out to your regular size. But now you coming here looking all angelic.
Yeah. I'm definitely looking at her like, bitch, get out my face with this fake ass shit that you giving me in this picture right now. Yeah, no. And what is this background? Like,
Where did they go on the cash trip again? They went somewhere where they thought it was Florida,
Was it
but it wasn't.
Panama City? Was it Panama?
It was somewhere.
South
Maybe that
Panama?
wasn't.
Something. I can't remember. Some with a P, I thought.
Somewhere like that. And they was like, are we going to Florida? And they ended up going out the country. I don't know.
Okay, it was Panama, they saying.
This is the best Mia has looked, though.
Oh, you think so? Yeah.
Her skin looks way better this season.
Oh, it did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even being disrespectful at all. I'm just saying when she sat next to Quad on Watch What Happens Live, there was not much of a change. But I mean, everybody has situations they can't control.
Yeah, shit. My skin be acting like an asshole. So I get it, girl.
What annoys me is I feel like Mia is on that same bullshit that Portia be on. Anytime Portia starts some shit and she want to come and make y'all think that she angelic, she come with that damn 27-piece pixie cut. And that's exactly what the fuck Mia is doing. Knowing that you done wreaked havoc on your family this whole season, now you want to come to us with the conservative finger waves. Girl, we ain't forgot.
Giving Halle Berry teas, bitch. No, it's not. Giving 90s Nia Long teas, bitch. It's not translating. It's not translating.
Anything else, Necey? Okay. And last, we have Miss Kiana and Miss Stacy.
Stacy, yes. Kiana, no.
Agreed.
I think it's Kiana's hair and
her boobs can't breathe. The shit on her arms.
Yeah.
I can't believe she failed. I can't believe it.
Maybe it looks better on camera. I thought Stacy looked great. Stacy looked like a model.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Stacy had an amazing season.
Yeah. Yeah, she did. She did. So much so Giselle trying to beef with the lady. But those are the reunion looks. Real Housewives of Potomac. Ladies look great. Hopefully y'all give a better reunion. We see Andy trying to hype it up already, talking about, oh, is somebody gonna bring receipts? It's gonna be amazing. Stop that. Anywho, let us get to Married to Medicine. Not a whole lot happened on Married to Medicine. I mean, they went to the White House and then they went on the couples trip. And it wasn't really giving nothing. I feel like the trailer they played at the end for the next week's episode was better than this entire episode this season.
Yeah.
But
I didn't see the trailer.
Oh, you didn't see the trailer?
A group trip. Dr. G was running from Quiet Old Man King.
Oh, is this the one where you're right, because this is the one. Yep. Okay, thank you. Because I remember Quiet saying that King is a stand-up guy. He had to stand up against her ex-husband for her. And okay. I'm following.
So yeah, not a whole lot going on there, but I do want us to tap into something that Miss what's her name? Sweet Tea.
Yeah.
Let me go back and see if I have it in a different file because I don't want to listen to it like that. Let us hear what Sweet Tea said because she feels like Miss Quad is supposed to be, I guess, jealous of her in some capacity.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so we're going to tap into that right here.
I had turned to Quad. I said, you let this bitch get in your head. And so Quad ran up on me like, well, you let Toya get in your head whenever.
Wait, she ran up on you? Like, you gotta clarify that for us.
Yeah, she had got in my face. Like, and it was very random because it's like, why you got all this energy over that? They didn't even show that. And I think that they don't want to, they want us to see us get into it. And that's why they kind of cut things out. They don't want to get too deep. But it has gotten to a point like, no, like it's gotten deep. Because at that point, I'm like, why are you coming at me? Because I said, you let this bitch get in your head. And then she just turned to me and said, like, well, you let Toya get in your head when you uninvited me to the bachelorette party. And I was like, why did you want to be there? But she was chest bumping me. And so even Toya, they didn't tell her, but Toya was like, oh, y'all was chest bumping each other. No, don't make it y'all was chest bumping each other. No, you came to me with that type of energy. But also, why do you have that type of energy towards me jumping in my face like that? It's a jealousy thing or something. It's something that I have that you don't. I have something that you want that you no longer have. I don't know, because what's the real reason why you jumping in my face?
Because then you guys why are we talking about the Bachelorette? Why is that?
I don't even know why that was the topic. That was very random. All I said, I just turned to her and said, you let her get in your head with some BS. And so she was like, no, you let Toya get in your head because you uninvited me to the Bachelorette.
Okay, I feel like it's starting over. But anywho, that's what Miss T had to say. And I would say that it's not jealousy when you speak on, oh, I must have something that you had, that you won or whatever the case is. I don't think it's jealousy at all. I think it's two things. One, you're on her show and she wasn't expecting you to be on her show. And I'm sure she's going to apply whatever pressure to potentially get you to a place where you feel so uncomfortable that you leave the show. That's one. And then, two, you easy. You're easy for her to go at. She's not going to go at these same ladies that sit up, that just pretty much put her ass off the show last season, okay? If anything, she's going to cape and go up for those women that just played her ass out and sent her home last year. But you are easy. And that's why. It has nothing to do with being jealous.
You went to school. This girl, quiet, didn't nobody need you to give I dream, okay, I dream of a great America speech or whatever the fuck. She had I have a dream speech talking about how to
Martin Luther Quad.
What type of
she
bitches
always preaching.
Bitches. Okay, these are smart bitches. These are doctors, honey. Okay, and you give them their just due. Okay,
I need to go back to that episode when they confronted Heavenly in the movie theater and Quad. Quad sounded like she was freestyling. She was talking so hard. And she talked for like minutes and minutes and minutes. Oh, I have to find that.
She did that trip they took when she was in the back room.
Beating on her chest.
Yes. Listen, let me tell y'all something. Sweet Tea is delusional and envious. And I think she's been envious since the very beginning. To me, even the act of sliding in his DMs talking about you gonna give him what he need was you comparing yourself to Quad. You've been comparing yourself to Quad since the very beginning. So to me, I feel like you continue to do that. And I think whatever you feel about Quad is directly from Greg. From Dr. G. I think that he wants you, he's probably talking shit about Quad to you, which makes you mad at him for still talking about her, but you don't want to be mad at him, so you mad at her. And speaking of jealousy, I was watching Heavenly on Rodney's channel, and they were talking about, she was like, I don't think nobody jealous of nobody. I was like, baby, you can say what the fuck you want. Toya is jealous of Quad. I don't care what nobody's talking about.
Really?
You think Toya is?
Why would you think Toya jealous of Quad?
Because I think that she envies her freedom, especially before she is like she envies
that's
her
why she did what you do for a Rolls Royce, because that was projection. Like I mean, I'm sure she liked Dr. What's her husband name? I'm sure she liked Eugene, but she also knows like I got with Eugene ain't her speed physically, and she got with him because of what he could provide. But for Quad to get somebody who physically is her speed, able to provide, you ain't had to have no babies for that man. You ain't had to do nothing. I think she like, But when I think about that specific scenario, I could see it. But in totality, I wouldn't say that Toya is jealous of Quad.
I would, because I just feel like she always has an issue with Quad. She pretends to be cool with Quad, but she always circles back around to having an issue with Miss Quad. And I think it's because on some level, she wanted to be the young, pretty one on the show in comparison to the other lady doctors. And Quad very much so kind of takes over as the younger, hipper one. And I think on some level, she wants to have that persona, and Quad has it. you know, like I said, and also the freedom. I think when Quiet was able to leave Dr. Gregory and go get her a nice house and be laid up on the beach with her ass out, just living her best life without having to be somebody's mama and wife, I do think that Toya has been envious of that position.
I don't think so. I think she probably don't like the lady because she thinks she fake. Why she would think that, I don't know. But she probably like, yeah, you're a fake ass bitch.
Yeah,
and
no,
maybe
and
she, oh, you know what else though?
she's
I ain't
materialistic.
think about this. This one I ain't think about. Maybe she don't fuck with Quad because maybe she still feel awaited that Mariah not on the show. Because Mariah and Toya still talk from my understanding. So maybe she give her the 3rd degree because of that. But jealous, I doubt it. I'm with Necey. Totality.
I do.
don't see
I
that.
definitely think there's some envy there with the way they show up as women. Not to say, oh, she envies her entire life or anything, but to me, she often treats Quad like she just always got an issue with her throughout the seasons. It's like she is just consistently, no matter how many times they try to get back cool, Toya's always slighting her in some type of way. So to me, I definitely feel like there is a, you know, you get to go and fuck who you want to. You get to go and have fun. You know what I'm saying? You get to be, you know, out here living your best life. And I wish I could, but I'm a wife and a mother. And I have
Wasn't she the same one that said Quiet was fucking that man to finish the house?
Yep.
I think so.
She was one of the people that put that rumor out about.
Because then they also put a rumor out about Toya fucking somebody, and she was trying to get that cleared up.
But that wasn't Quiet. I think that was Anila, wasn't it? It was somebody
I think
else
so.
in the friend group that who she was playing tennis and shit with.
Mhm.
Also, I feel like Toya, you know, Toya isn't as financially stable on her own as I feel like Quiet is. Even though Toya brings in money and everybody act like she don't, she absolutely does. But I do think she is always trying to keep up with the Joneses in a way that I don't think Quiet does. Like, why are y'all on house number 3? Why
Yes,
y'all just bought another house? Why?
Definitely bought another house, child.
Every season they buy another house. Every fucking season.
Yeah.
Child. I don't know why. I'm wondering,
Did
are
y'all
y'all
see
selling the
Anila?
one? Like, I mean, I don't know. I'm
Anila
like, they must
and
got
that one
something going
doctor.
on to be able to keep buying them bitches. Say what?
Anila and that one doctor was on the episode before last. Did y'all see that?
Oh yeah, I did see that.
The doctor that didn't give shit that one season she was on.
Somebody just said in the comments, cage bird envies the free bird. That's basically how I see it. That's how I see it. Especially in recent years. Maybe not at the beginning. When Choir was still, you know, low-key a little bit more country and all of that. But like as time has gone on and Miss Quiet and all, and they feel like the show can't go on without her and all of that shit. Also, Toya, I like Toya. I don't want nobody to misunderstand me. But Toya can be messy in a way that feels, I don't know. I guess sometimes low-key hypocritical or vindictive. Like
that's how I feel about Heavenly. And the way Heavenly keep going, it's like for Phaedra to be a non-motherfucking factor, it's giving, are you jealous of her? The way you stay on her ass the way that you do?
Yeah, Heavenly is
because
she's
doing
when
too
they
much.
remember her and Jackie, Heavenly and Jackie met Phaedra for the first time.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Jackie and Heavenly.
No, yeah, I'm talking about when they first brought Phaedra in, the way they was kissing Phaedra's ass. Like, that was like,
then all of a sudden it was like, oh, she not better than, like the energy shifted to she not better than us. You not giving nothing. But when she first came, y'all was excited for her to come on the show. Like she was gonna be benefit to y'all. I don't know. Heavenly is really the way that I feel about Giselle is really how I should feel about Heavenly.
I don't think so. I don't think Heavenly has been as bad as Giselle to me. I'm sorry.
Heavenly is hateful. That's the thing. Like Heavenly is hateful. She's hate. Oh my gosh.
Okay, tell me the thing that made you really feel like that.
You know, shoot, which one? I need to go find. You know what I be thinking? Anytime I see Heavenly, I think about how, you know, when Tyra got into it with that girl, and the girl said, "I've been through some things." That's Heavenly. Everything she does, I've been through some things. You are hateful.
Okay.
Child. No. Heavenly be doing too much though. But they stay giving her passes, but don't give nobody else passes.
I don't think they
I
give
don't
her
know if she has info. I mean, that she has yet to spread, because she spread all y'all damn business like it ain't nothing. But you better not dare touch her husband. You better not dare say anything about that wonderful daddy, because he does absolutely nothing wrong, as if he ain't one of the same other niggas like the rest of them standing around there that he's close friends
What
with.
about some mixed babies though? Contessa?
I don't know about that.
She said that is not true. Her husband her husband likes the infamil because he's lactose intolerant, like she said.
I've never heard that before. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's what she said, and she said it on Rodney's show too. I was just about to say something about her, and I forgot that fast. I feel like a lot of the shit that Heavenly does is to stay on this show. I think people take it personal, but I don't think for her it's that personal. But what I'm about to say, I don't think they can like hold her accountable at this point. I think they have tried in past seasons, but what we've learned is that y'all gonna try to box her out, but you can't box her out because y'all are boring. So y'all need somebody on the show to be the antagonist. And I also feel like she's not gonna listen to y'all. I don't even think she really listen to Jackie like that. If she want to say something, she's gonna say it. There is no holding somebody accountable who kind of has low key made themselves valuable in the space. So you don't really want to let them go. But I feel like they've tried to have these come to Jesus moments with her. She apologized and she keep doing the same shit. But
Well, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, I feel like it depends on what she did, because I think a lot of the times is her talking shit on her channel and saying little slick mean shit. But how is that any different than the shit they say to each other in private? She just will get up there and say it on YouTube.
Yeah.
I totally disagree with y'all, but I'm just saying, like, what has she done that's been like that bad? The sweet tea shit was a lot. Like some of that shit she said, that was a lot.
Even calling Contessa dead mom stupid. Like, it's not just the words she said, but it's the fact that you wanted to go low. Like, it wasn't what she said, but it was what she was trying to get out of saying it. Like, you were trying to hurt Contessa on a level that was deep just by saying some dumb shit. Because
She
really, like,
did.
calling her mom stupid is like, okay, whatever. But
I think
she was trying to
She
get out
went
of
so left field. Like when she started off talking about her husband, when we ain't even talking about that. Like, don't be mad at me, be mad at your husband. It's like, bitch, we ain't even talking about that. Like, girl, what's wrong?
I disagree, because Contessa has a lot of energy. Contessa consistently throughout this season, to me, talks about Heavenly more than anything else.
That's true, but at that moment she didn't. Like, it's about what you said. I'm on what you said. Don't get no attitude with me. I'm talking about what the fuck you over here talking to Quad about.
Contessa was in her face, pointing and all of that, and she said, "Don't point your hand in my face. Get out of my face." And then Heavenly stood up
and then brought up that lady husband when she could have kept the conversation where it was.
You need to have that energy for your fucking husband, because that's what you're really mad at. I'm sorry, I agree.
And I would have returned it and said, "But bitch, I got that energy with you right now, okay? I'm not talking about that, and I haven't brought your husband up, but we could get into some things if you want to. Like, I'm on your ass at this moment, ma'am." So when she was about to drag her ass,
I was fine with that comment. I was fine with that comment. And also, the other thing, which you was talking about when she said the mama part, I feel like that's not what everybody, the way they edited together, to me, I feel like I saw a clip where Contessa called her a dummy. And then Heavenly said, your mama. And that's when she said, my mom has been dancing.
Okay, that makes sense.
It don't. And let me tell you why, in my opinion. Because if this was Candace Dillard that said your mama, when I tell you social media would be in fucking flames today, and the grace they give Heavenly, it's like, whoa.
She always said, to me, that was a weak read. To me, saying your mama was, I don't have a response. You called me dumb.
Like, no, I'm with you,
mama, because I don't have a response.
No,
and then
did she say your mama, or did she say something like it was a full sentence? I don't remember.
No,
if it was just your mama.
She was like your mama. She may have said, like, it may have been 2 words after that, but it was just like your mama.
Yeah, she was like
You
your
know.
mom, like she always do when she. Because to me, when you didn't piss me off so much, and I want to say something to so much of what you said. A lot of times, I'll revert to fuck you. So to me, I feel like the way I revert to fuck you,
Everybody has
revert
that.
to your mama.
Right,
and so in
right.
that moment, I'm not about to back down because you think you about to punk me, and I'm about to change
Yeah.
my mind. But if we really in an argument, I'm not about to back up. Now that you in my face and I'm in your face, just because you said my mom that died in 20, bitch. Yes, yes.
I agree though. Like I don't think it's wrong. I agree because I'm like, I don't care about your mamas. Like it ain't even like whatever. But what I'm just saying is I'm talking about the difference in the audiences and who they choose to drag versus who they don't, even when the situations are the same.
But
somebody came at Candace. Candace said whatever she said, your mama. Social media went up in flames. Even Andy came to the reunion. You're a disaster. He needs to tell her she's a disaster on YouTube.
I think it's two different shows. I think that, and he does say things to Heavenly about that shit sometimes, but I think it's not going to have the same response because more people watch Potomac than watch American
Yes,
Next.
Well, then whoop, there it is.
And so I think
Which
that's
makes me feel like that's why Heavenly does all that extra shit to get views.
Exactly. And that's why she be online and doing all of this because it brings any fodder that she creates online will bring more attention to the show, and then they can keep the opportunity of making money off this show. That's basically what Heavenly's mindset is always about, keeping this opportunity no matter what. It helped me.
She just reminds
gonna
me
run
of
that
like
well
a
dry though,
fucking
because people are gonna be turned
14-year-old.
off.
Like at some point you need, and I think I tried to switch it up, but I also feel like that's who she is. And when you put, somewhat low vibrational people in conflict, they're gonna just continue to be low vibrational because they don't know no other way to argue. They don't know no other type of way to handle it. Because to be clear, I'm gonna tell you the thing that I find the most fucked up this season with Heavenly. I think she just doesn't respect Letitia as a person. And I have a problem with that. I have a problem with that because I feel like, why do you feel like what pedestal do you feel like you're on where you don't have to respect her, not even as a human being? That's what I do not like.
I feel like they did that to Quad though.
They did. They all did that to Quad. To me, if you go back and watch this the first season, they have been bullying Quad this entire time because she's not a doctor. They did the same thing to Toya, but Toya kind of don't let them do that to her in the same way. Because bitch, I got money, I'm here, shut the fuck up. But they call her stupid and say she broke all the time. Like Heavenly's always getting in Toya's ass. But I do feel, on some level, like a lot of it is just to create drama for the show more than it is an actual personal thing for Heavenly. But she she is still from Florida. And let's be clear.
Personally, I don't think she respect it. I don't know if it's just about the show. I think she just flat out don't respect her at all.
I can see that.
Yeah,
I think,
and I don't like it. I don't think it's right because essentially y'all can never actually make up or have a come to Jesus moment because you just don't respect her as a person. Y'all are Y'all have educations that make y'all feel like y'all are better than people because y'all make more money than people. And we get it. We here, we capitalists, we get it. But at the same time, bitch, like, nah, that's why I don't get mad whenever Letitia cursed them out. Like, if I'm a little girl, you an old bitch. Like, I don't care. When Letitia curse them out and go in on them, I don't feel no ways about it. But however, I do feel like she is too emotionally charged, Letitia. That's why you say she easy. Because every time you turn around, they can piss her off or make her feel away. And she's sad face looking for somebody to apologize to her. Girl, these women do not like you. And you decided you wanted to bring your ass on this show because you want to one-up Quad and showcase that you can give him what he want and all of that. You did this to yourself. You should have never came on this fucking show because you ain't friends with none of these people. Gregory ain't even friends with these people like that. But I like her on the show. I like her on the show because I like that she creates conflict with them and she doesn't
Somebody
allow.
got to do it.
She needs another friend. I'm glad Dr. Mimi's there. I don't know how long they're going to stay friends, but she needs somebody in her age range. I think
ain't doing it. Contessa is not. Contessa, to me, Contessa comes off like I'm really only befriending you because we both have beef with Heavenly. Looking at Contessa like, bitch, are you okay? Like, I'm sorry, y'all. What Heavenly said about that man is not that damn serious. I do feel like he's verbally abusive. Bitch, write a letter home about it. Get over it.
Yeah, I agree.
Talking about this shit.
She gotta find somebody to take blame for sharing too much about her marriage. Scott is mad at her because Scott is mad at her because he feel like they judging. She allowed that.
Yeah, because that's gonna have to move on, honey. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Every confessional. It's like Contessa, baby. Honey,
Let
we're
it
have to
go.
let this go.
Y'all
We
back
are.
together.
Anything else on Married to Medicine? All right. Now, what you all have been waiting for, for a very long periodically time, and that is indeed this like button. We might have to change that sound to Tia Kemp talk about shaking her titties like Saucy Santana. Okay, as y'all hit the like button. All right, y'all. So we are here to talk about love and marriage, Huntsville and beyond. Okay. All right. So first of all, it's a few things that we got to talk about. Destiny and Sunny. Okay, they're getting into it again, and I blame Nell. Okay.
Ooh, yes.
I blame Nell.
Woman.
Messy heifer. Why would you say they share? What she say? They share dicks or share sticks?
Yes.
Or
Why was Destiny not mad?
Because it wasn't a lie, technically.
It wasn't. Not really. But I still feel like, girl, you be getting big mad all the time about Moses. Why you not mad when Nell said that?
No, for real. I was thinking that she laughed it off. I was like,
I think she was trying to be on. I'm gonna throw her a bone. I think she was trying to be on her best behavior because she had just told Milton to chill out.
Honestly, I think it's because it don't really bother her until she feel like making it a moment.
That's possible. That's very possible.
I think she was able. I think she took it.
Can't tell with Disney sometimes.
I think she above Destiny. I mean, she above Sunny. So I think she thought about it. She reframed that comment instead of making it about, oh, we both sharing him. It was making it about, yeah, your husband wanted me. I think that's what
it's definitely giving Ocho Cinco wanted me.
Yes.
What did y'all think about the I think Destiny said that something about a DNA test. What did she said Sunny had made a post. She said, I've been sparing you, but you get on social media and insinuate some things about my son or something like that. Or
the same shit we were saying back then about LeBeric questioning the paternity of her child, which is the reason why he was acting like that with her after she had him. Yeah.
Now I do think that's more of a reason to want to like go at her versus Moses.
Why are we just hearing that now though? That's what I'm saying. Do you know
we said it on the live
season A, season B, and you ain't never mentioned her talking about your child, but now because everybody's over it and ain't nobody really feeling no type of way about Sunny, this is what I'm talking about manipulation. You want to manipulate the group to feel like you have now a valid reason to be mad at Sunny, which now it's not about Moses. Now you want to dog walk her because she was talking about your child. Like, but we didn't hear that before. Girl,
we want nobody to know. Back when we was actually trying to find out what the fuck was going on, shout out to us and our critical thinking skills because we came up with that shit years ago based on what was going on.
I wonder when this happened though.
I think it was recent though. That I think
because
Sunny went on live recently while they were filming and said it.
Because my thing was if I don't know. I'm just wondering when did Sunny put this on the page because it's been an ongoing situation with both of the ladies. So is this old news that was not brought up or was this something recent that happened during the time of filming? That's why she was like, I ought to get on your ass, but you know, it had to be after the trip though. So maybe it was recent.
How they filmed? I didn't think they did interviews while they filmed.
I don't know because this show films so much around the clock that they could be. I don't know.
And Sunny, I don't feel like Sunny is really on the show like that. So I feel like Sunny can really probably get on live and say whatever she wants to say for real. And I'm trying to think when this was happening because Destiny be going live with her therapist.
That's the thing. That's what I was thinking about. the fact that Destiny keeps doing these videos and stuff, and was she doing it back then when they were filming? Because maybe that's what led. Maybe she heard something. Maybe Sonny heard something that Destiny said, and then decided to go over to, her page and say that.
Was telling Tisha, and to me, that was the moment that really made me annoyed with Destiny. Tisha and Sonny were talking, and she walked between them and kind of gave Tisha the look like stop talking to her. Like, bitch, we not in high school. Get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah, that was weird. Like, girl, people can talk to who they want to talk to. You can't. And then how you going? I don't like that. Don't try to isolate. Don't do that. When you know you don't have control of this show to know, as far as who can and cannot come on. Like, don't do that.
Getting back on.
Exactly. Don't do that.
And that dress. How many people you gonna run out of them now? What else you gonna do?
I was talking about that today. How many people she didn't fuck with on this show? From you came with a Barrick, then you was playing around with Jalen, then Moses, then now Lance. We do think she fucked with Martell.
I don't know about. So when I say you gonna run out of, I mean, like, I don't think she in no real relationships with Jalen. That was for play. That was some cute, funny. Lance, that's for play. You ain't with him for real, for real. So what I mean is you're gonna run out of people to come to us with boyfriends for contract type shit. So if Moses what are you gonna talk about?
I don't think it's serious, but I think she fucked him, or at least played with. I think she at least played with Jalen's emotions, because to me, I think Kimmy was triggered, and during the wedding when they were at the reception and they were talking about, what was going on with Lance, and Kimmy was like, "I know what the fuck dating is. Maybe you shouldn't be flirting if you dating him." Like, she was really trying to check her about flirting with somebody else. And I was really on Destiny's side, because I'm like, Kimmy, they're dating. She can flirt or make googly eyes at any fucking person she want to. And really, Nell shouldn't have gone back to her son and said anything, because you know that they're just dating, and you know how insecure men can be. To me, I felt like he was insinuating she was a hoe. We would never be able to talk after he said that shit. When he said,
"Oh, what did he say to her?"
She was like, she told him
he look cute.
And he was like, "I heard you think everybody in here cute, or you think a lot of people in here cute." And it was like, because she flirted with a nigga at a whole nother event. Now, shout out to Teacher. Now, she think all of the people here are cute. That type of shit.
Nah, that her mama, his mama being messy like she always is.
Absolutely. But that's why I said Nell shouldn't have said shit. Because first of all, they grown. They're just dating. She didn't do anything wrong. So you didn't need to take that back to him. But you did anyway. Messy as fuck.
Trust and believe he doing the same thing, if not worse.
Oh yeah.
What y'all thought about Martell walking up in there looking like a Queen's Guard, eyeing Melody because he missed his family?
Girl, not a Queen's Guard.
Are we surprised?
Same old same.
I just
Mel had me tickled sitting up there trying to act like she ain't hear Tisha and Marceau calling her name. Like, bitch, you hear them people calling you, girl.
No, she
acting like she was in her phone. It's like, Mel.
You know why? Because Marceau be doing shit to that he know gonna piss Tisha off. Like, stop dragging me into you making your wife jealous, Marceau. You know your wife doesn't like me. Stop it. Because I feel like he low-key was about to cross over Tisha to make sure Mel spoke back to him. Mel.
I'm surprised he didn't just walk over there. I'm like, just go over there. Just go.
Yeah. He should have sat next to her.
I just thought it was funny that he was also trying to prove to the group that Mel doesn't act like that when they're not there. Like, I don't think y'all have a good relationship when other people aren't around.
But he want us.
I don't think so.
That Mel really like him in private, but when she get around everybody else, I don't know why Mel does that. I don't know. Like, he's so aggravating. It was my favorite part when he came and brought that chair to the table. That nigga went and brought a chair to the table. There wasn't a chair there for him. He brought a chair to the table and sat next to Trisha, who was sitting next to Mel. Mel immediately got up and just walked away. She went and spoke to Nell and them, and then she left. I said, that's what you should have did. I also didn't like when Destiny was like, Mel was ostracizing herself and made it a point to say that. And it's like, no, her ex-husband, who she's in court with right now, who is stalking her, is sitting next to y'all. I'm not coming by y'all, bitch. What's wrong with you?
Right. They trying to make us seem crazy.
Yeah.
It was something else I was going to say about that. Oh yeah, because I just wanted to highlight the fact that they had assigned seating, because I remember somebody saying, "Oh yeah, your name's right here on the table," and of course he comes and sit down. She gets up, heads out. But yeah, it was nice event. Congratulations to them being married for as long as they have.
Even though we wondering when the last time he cheated, because we don't think it was 20 years ago.
Oh damn!
In his 20s.
Kim and Trish, they get into it. They go off, or at least she goes off. No, he goes off on her. Okay, over Martell and stuff. I say the same thing every week. I'm tired of them. I think that she is a liar. I do understand a bit of Ken's frustration. I don't think that Trish should continue to go on to date him, because the way that he slick exposed you for not being able to afford anything and have a conversation with your kids when they realize, I guess you ain't got no money or something, he said. I was like, yo, that's a bit messed up. Okay. He was definitely dragging you. And I'm not interested. They can go.
I like them on the show. I'll say this. But I think that Ken has an issue. This is all a situation of his ego. Him stepping in and being savior or whatever to her and them kids is all to boost his ego. I think that him going off on Trish was a part of his ego being hurt as well, because at first he was cool with the situation with Martell, but it wasn't until you got in front of the other men where you decided to have a problem with it. Now, I'm saying he should have never had a problem at all, because Trish is a liar. She can't keep a story straight. Don't want to even open up her mouth all the way. But just when he decided to get upset about it and how he handled it with her, I didn't like it. I could tell their arguments be bad.
Yeah, very circular argument. Like it was giving circular argument, but she was aggravating me a little bit more than he was, because to me, I'm trying to get down to the bottom of why you continuously lie about shit, or you don't give all the information, or when I ask you about it, you act like I'm attacking you, when I'm just asking you what the fuck is going on, because every time I turn around, you add new information that you didn't tell me. And we watched her do that like at least 2 or 3 times. And I feel like that's enough of a reason for him to be like, girl, what the fuck is the issue? What is the problem? Like, why you can't just tell the damn truth? But again, I feel like 2 things. Number 1, I didn't like the way he was acting like, oh, tell your kids why you're broke, because you ain't want to stay with me. Now you're broke. Nigga, whatever. She'll get somebody else to pay them bills. Number 2, I feel like she has not done enough work on herself for her to have chosen somebody that different from Marquez. So to me, he's probably a similar personality, and I think Marquez is unhinged. Like, I think that nigga is a flaming narc. Like,
me too.
In scenes, he felt like a energy vampire. The way he would walk up to people and just start spilling his, like, whenever people just start spilling they innermost shit to you like that, it's because they're trying to like latch you on to their shit. They're trying to get you to empathize with them, and it's a way of sucking energy from you. I feel like he did that, a whole bunch of times. But she definitely gaslit him that whole damn episode.
Okay. Anything else on Love and Marriage Huntsville before we get into the reunion clip? Say what?
That blonde wig was terrible at the wedding.
Woo! Terrible. Never want to see it again. Light it on fire.
I have to agree. But it's Trisha. And she hasn't had many like good looks for the most part. You say what?
She needs to stick to the braids.
Well, I think she had like a curly one that was like a middle part curly. I thought that was nice.
Oh, okay, that one was fine. It was she had a curly bun too.
Yeah,
with the straight across bag. Ooh, girl,
that was a no. I appreciated the braids though. She had that like little updo with the braids.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, for sure. Okay.
Why y'all be calling that lady Brickface? I'm sorry.
Oh, that's not nice.
I'm like, because I feel like she's pretty. A tight jaw.
I'm looking at Necey face hollering on the inside.
Check me out. I'm looking at your face.
Yikes. let's try. Let's try. Let's check out the reunion.
Get ready for part 1 of the Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion special.
Do blondes have more fun?
Of course.
Oh, you lose the earrings like you lose men. Let me help you real quick.
They always come back.
Fakeness, the phoniness, and all that kind of.
He took a video of his wife and then he tried to get other people to send it out there and fake like she was giving it to somebody else.
Stop speaking on you don't know. Melody, was Martell found guilty?
He pled guilty.
Not that. Did you plead guilty? No.
Can you explain to us how you were booked for a DUI?
A police officer suspected something and he arrested me for it. Unfortunate to see Melody disparage my character. She had her opportunity to show who she was and she did.
The lips, it was because it was a topic of conversation all over social media. And that's
There was a whole popular social media about your ass, whatever bad butt job you got.
I ain't talking about that.
All right, y'all. So that's what's going on with the reunion. Very interesting. I was the part that got me was really Kimmy talking about Mel's butt, because I was surprised that I didn't know that there was a butt job or anything.
I had never heard that.
I suspected it, but I might have seen a little bit of. Okay, y'all remember when she did that performance and Martell came?
Mm-hmm.
That's when I saw a little bit of chatter about it, but it was never a thing. So yeah, Kimmy, she deflected.
Oh wow, I don't know.
Mel got a BBL. I don't think she did. And I'm just saying because to me, and I know people get like small BBLs and stuff, but to me, it doesn't look like it doesn't match, or it doesn't look unnatural. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's never sticking out enough. Yeah, I feel like she just looks good. And I also feel like she gained weight after that last baby. So that also might be why she got a little bit more cake than when she was first on the show. Because she
actually slimmed the hell down after that baby. She was super small because I noticed it. I'm like, damn, what Mel doing? Like, she looked great. Mel has recently started showing the weight gain more recently. So I don't know when the rumors started to come in though. But I noticed a weight gain more recently, but not any time before. And I feel like it would have been more noticeable then with her being so small if she would have got her butt done.
I wonder what Mel's gonna say in response to that, because it's like, does Mel kind of just let her do her thing, or do Mel light her ass up? Because honestly, y'all, I've been waiting on somebody to address Kimmy. I've been saying it for a long time, and I'm gonna keep saying it. Kimmy and her broken pussy. I don't mean anything bad. Wow, that's a lie. I don't mean that I think her pussy is broken. I mean, you came to us for an entire calendar year telling us that your pussy was broken while you were fighting for your life. So if I were Mel in that situation, that would be my response. So I'm just like, does Mel respond how she should, or does Mel just allow her to have it? Because that's low-hanging fruit that I've been waiting on somebody to address for the longest.
I think she's just gonna let her slide on it and just bring forth the receipts that, you know, you full of shit. You was just talking to me and texting me like we were fine. So why are you turning up right now? To me, it wasn't that big of a deal. I don't know why you acting like it's a big deal now. I think she'll most likely respond that way and won't really give the energy back, because what I noticed when it looked like she wasn't giving that same energy back, it made Kimmy look even more unhinged.
Somebody talking about the clip of it is online. Clip of what?
There's like a longer clip of that little end part. If you go on, I think there's a little clip from that.
Oh, from when Mel addresses her.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. That's crazy.
So whenever I brought,
is this it?
That's what it sounds like. Because it started off with Mel talk. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Up
the lips, it was because it was a topic of conversation all over social media after the arrest. It was a big topic of conversation.
They make up
So
stuff
I
on social
asked, and
media
I'm
all
not
the
saying it
time.
wasn't made up.
Okay.
I asked the question. I
Okay.
asked questions. That's different. I asked questions about topics that are big in the media at the moment.
I don't care what is popular on social media.
And that's
there
why
was
when
a
you-
whole
and that's-
popular social media about whatever you did to your ass. And we didn't sit down every day and talk about whatever bad butt job you got. Nobody talked about that. You said something about me touching Martell. You need to come to meetings with me and Martell. And I sat there and I'm like, all right, bitch, I got you. You know I don't want to touch that man.
It wasn't really that deep for me, Kimmy. It was a key moment. So whenever I brought up the lips, it was because it was a topic of conversation all over.
So, for me, I do question if Mel really did get a butt job. If she don't address it, then I'm gonna think that she did get one, because when Destiny tried to put that narrative out there, at one point about I could have had Mel and Martell, Melody was quick to clear that shit up. So
I think she did comment in that long ass live. The live that she did.
Okay, so she cleared it up with that. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
I think she did say something in there.
The only other thing I will say is this is an example of during the show how I felt like Mel ended up looking crazy. That clip right there did not work in her favor. I think she ended up looking crazy when it came to Kimmy. She said, I just asked a question because of popular media. I mean, Kimmy has a right to be upset about that, but I just don't like Mel's explanation. I wish Mel's explanation was, nah, bitch, y'all wrote my storyline for season, so I'm gonna be messy and I'm gonna ask about y'all's. So it's just the whole.
I kind of wonder if she held back, because, in my opinion, I do think out of all of the cast, Mel still had like a level of respect for Kimmy, because they never really had like an issue for real. So I do wonder if that could be a reason why she may have held back. But I do see your point though, Necey, and I don't disagree. But I'm just wondering whether or not if that could have been a reason why she may have held back a little bit more. Because I always thought they was straight, because I feel like if anybody understood Mel's space was Kimmy. I don't think Kimmy was ever a person that went to Mel and really like, why ain't got your number? You don't call me. I've been trying to get in touch with you. I think she just honors where she's at for the most part.
There was one time when Mel had that ceremony changing her name, and Kimmy felt the way because Mel didn't invite her. And then Kimmy told her how, she would want to have the same last name as her children, basically saying she didn't agree with Mel changing her name. And Mel was like, okay, well, that's fine. But you and Jalen still don't have the same last name, right? So that shit was funny.
Oh, so that was the only time.
That was the only time that I feel like she ever said anything to Mel about not being invited to something. But I definitely feel like, looking back on it, Kimmy has always disliked Mel on some level. I think it's kind of grown over the years.
Yes.
But from that first episode, that spy day, where they both, that first season, I feel like, I don't know why we weren't seeing it then. But back then,
when they was getting the massages on the patio.
Yeah,
that's what I think about.
Yeah, Kimmy, I don't think she. Yeah, I think Kimmy has tolerated Mel for a very long time. I remember in the very first season, she kind of pretty much said Mel was fake. So she always saw her as a certain way, and she just deal with her where she is.
Right.
And I think it has been a build up.
When you say she honored that space, I don't think it was about her honoring the space. I think she just don't fuck with Mel. So it was easy for her to allow her to be in that space because she never fucked with her. But you could tell she was always privy to conversations when people talk shit about Mel as well. So I think she just leaned more so on the side of, I don't have direct beef with Mel. I'm going to just sit here and kind of play like a neutral party, but it's more of a toleration, like what y'all said.
And it's also opportunistic. I think she saw that it would look good on the show to be impartial and stay in the middle. Ever since she kept it a buck about the fact that her and Tisha was talking shit about Mel behind her back, calling her bougie, making fun of the way she posted shit online. To me, it was giving y'all was both sitting somewhere hating on her because she was younger than y'all and seemed to have her life together maybe a little bit more. Like Mel had the kids and the family, and Martell looked like a good husband to everybody because he was more active with the kids. So I think, on some level, it was always low key a little animosity or a little, she thinks she all that type of vibe between them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when Kimmy realized the show was going to be successful, she wants to be on the show. I think as far, not just about being successful on the show, I think that she didn't want all of that smoke that people would give. I think she liked having the image of somebody that was more level-headed on the show. I think she appreciated that aspect. But I think because of everything that be going on with Maurice, I think Maurice has gotten worse over time because that shit with him not coming home and going out and getting fucked up and then going out again and her like low-key acting like it's a normal thing for him not to be at home. That shit made me feel like whatever is going on has probably gotten worse and it's causing her to be more stressed out, which would explain why she went so hard when this is a conversation y'all have continuously had over and over again. Why you this mad?
Is there a part in this video that you want me to play?
You can
Bondy?
start it because I started as soon as she started talking about Destiny.
Okay, perfect.
And I remember just having on this black dress with this split in front, and I don't walking down no aisle, child. No. But 2019 up until that wedding, I hadn't been around her that much. But anytime I had been around her, it was always couples. Meaning it was her and LB, me and Martell, or her and LB, me, Martell, Nell and Chris. Like, because we would host stuff all the time. We go barbecue. I'm gonna cook. I love cooking. I'm gonna cook. You know what I'm saying? And people would come over, whatever, right? And so I never hung out with her privately or without a couple situation where we're all there. And again, she's engaged, getting married to Martell's best friend. Like, oh, cool, bad. Oh man, yay.
Not the best friend.
But she didn't even live in Huntsville. She was still living in Nashville. I'm in Huntsville with 2 children, pregnant with 1, and a husband, and businesses, and filming the new thing in life, filming a reality TV show. I never went up there to hang out with her. She never came down here just to hang out with me. No. So then my baby shower for Sugar Mama. Let me be clear, I planned my entire baby shower and did all that stuff.
Oh, sorry, y'all.
I made her the host of the baby shower for airtime, for screen time, because it was being filmed, right? So yeah, I literally didn't even have to do that because there was nothing they had to buy. There was nothing they had to. I booked the horse and carriage. I did the planning. I'm sure I can't remember. I'm sure I had somebody probably helping me a planner, but I was definitely involved in my baby shower. Like I just gave the title of the host to Destiny for airtime. Because that's what I do. People come to me to want to be on the show, and I try to help them get on the show. So that's why it was so beautiful. So beautiful. If you go back to Sugar Mama's baby shower, it was so beautiful. All the pretty pink and it was beautiful. I think y'all be able to tell that. Yeah, it was beautiful. That's all I'm saying. And so baby shower, I had Sugar Mama in December 2019, and then COVID happened. So I was a new mom again with a new baby. People were dying by the thousands every day. And so I wasn't going out nowhere. I was scared. Didn't want to risk my children. We actually put our kids out of school before the schools closed down because it was just like, duh, like there's this virus happening. People are dying. Why are kids going to school? Why? For what? No. So we put our kids out before they shut the schools down. That's how much it was like a big thing for me. So I wasn't hanging out with nobody because I was in the house with my new baby, trying to make sure my baby lives. Hell, make sure we all live. Okay? So then April 2020, I left. Dipped out. Gone. Was at my mom's. Was in Huntsville maybe for about 3 weeks. And then I was at my brother's. But at that point, there was like, there was no interaction for real with me and my ex anymore at all, really. Very, very little. Definitely weren't hanging out with no couples. One going out to dinner. I remember May of 2020. It was Mother's Day weekend. And he begged and begged, please, the kids want to take you to the beach. Let's just go. I know we ain't together, nothing. We ain't, but let's just go and let them take you to the beach, blah, blah, blah. So I did go to the beach in May. And that was the last thing until Destin on the show. Till Destin on the show, all right? So after that, 2020, we're in 2020 now. I end up coming back to Huntsville because I remember I was at my brother's when I did, they had me host Girlfriend's Check-In on it. And I remember I was at my brother's living room when I did that. And then August, I came and did Behind Every Man. So I did Behind Every Man in Huntsville. So I didn't come back to Huntsville until like August of 2020. There's no sound. I don't know why I haven't touched the sound.
She about to get to Destiny.
So that was August of 2020.
It right here.
And I see y'all said down. I am. Can y'all hear me? Let me know that I'm hearing.
Timeline.
Yeah, y'all heard the ringtone. Okay.
The build up.
And so yeah, y'all heard the ringtone. Anyway, so came back August 2020. Filmed Behind Every Man. This is to show you how much we weren't really talking or hanging out. She wasn't even on my set at any time of Behind Every Man, and I filmed that for like a good week or two. Now I would have been like, girl, come over here, watch me work, because I'm doing this. No, not one time. So that was August 2020. We started back filming Love and Marriage Huntsville shortly thereafter. Then we get into me see if I seen anything this song. We get into 2021 pretty much. Now, I was on that reunion stage, so y'all know I know all the conversations that took place, right? Y'all know that. I was there, so I know all the conversations. What I would say is the problem, or that's what the problem is and will be the problem when it comes to this production, is what I said earlier, the lack of due diligence. The lack of understanding that before you say certain things or allow certain things to be stated or written up, that you verify those things. And that has not happened. So when you type up words that are buzzwords, that are damaging words, and you have no proof of that, because it's not true. So you have no proof of that. You didn't do your due diligence on that, and you didn't leave that shit on the editing floor. And then you also wrote up a synopsis and put it in writing. You a fool. I'm calling you. I'm telling y'all, all y'all a fool. Y'all some fools. But I appreciate you, but y'all some fools. So anyway, we gone through 2020. I did send some messages. Good. Let's get into 2021. Okay. Now remember, 2021, October reunion 2021 was when she got on the stage and was like, I haven't talked to her, so I don't know where our friendship lies. So what I'm trying to understand is, when could we, so you're saying your husband's best friend and his wife wanted you, and all this while you was with your husband, like, what? I'm sorry, but what? What? Now that's what you're saying? Because I wasn't around Martell anymore for real after, except filming, but after 2020, after I left. So when? This is insane. Because I'm sure when you marry, you wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, so when we were hanging out with him today, let me tell you, LB, I just really felt like, ain't that what you would have probably done as a wife? Because you met us through him. That was your husband. I didn't know you. I met you through LB. So I would think that if there was a situation where you felt something, you'd be like, LB, I don't think you go around there anymore. I feel like they're trying to get me. Oh, they want me. What? And then after that, I never would have been able to be alone with Montel at all anyway, because I wasn't even talking to him. After April, May 2020, all the time you saw me was on the scene. On the scene or a kid again. So when? But I ain't coming too hard for you right now. I'm coming hard for the people who type that shit up. And all the people, every one of you who laid eyes on that and approved for that to be put in a title as a synopsis of an episode. That's what I'm here for. That right there, like I told y'all before, we can talk about the puppets all day, but we don't go for the puppeteer, period. Because you had the way you cut me and Trish scene at the Moon Bakery was the same way you could have cut that mess out, because you don't have no proof. Now you failed to do your due diligence. And you got this written up. And you think I'm gonna let my legacy be tarnished like that? Over some bullshit? Nah, not gonna flow. Not gonna flow. So, the reunion was in October, okay, of 2021. When the girl said she can't get in touch with me, I don't know what our friendship like because of da. Now, I just want to know. I'm gonna read some text real fast, y'all, just so y'all know this is her name. I need y'all to see that right there. Destiny. That's what's up at the top. Can y'all see it? Destiny.
How many
because
times?
I've been through enough, my family been through enough, my kids been through enough, and see, like y'all been saying real silent mouth it. When it came to me and my family and my children and my mother and my brother, y'all been real silent mouth it. Okay? We're real silent. Ain't had nothing to say about no opinion, no straightening out of anything. But when it comes to other folks, you want to speak up. Okay. Thank you. So, hey, Mel, I was trying to get the details on your show. Wanted to drive down, just trying to time it out and see what the location was. This is when I was about to perform. I said, hey, Williams Park in Birmingham. What time you go on? I didn't respond. Then August 17th, where's my Mellow? I didn't respond. August 18th, sending you hugs and kisses. Can't wait to see this video. Let the haters keep hating. At least you're doing it and they have no clue what it takes. Love you, but keep on pushing like I know you will. So I wrote her, hey, chick, morning. Girl, I'm good. I'm not worried about these folks. Blessings keep coming my way and they can keep watching from the what sidelines. This is real text right here. I'm reading. Hey, this was July 31st, 2021. I'll be there before 2. Some cancel me last minute. I have to take him to a sitter action to my makeup. Okay, cool beans. Drop him off now. Unloading his things. I'm 3 minutes in a row. Okay, we are leaving until 2:15. I'm here. Do I have time to grab something to eat? I have food being provided on the RV. Just talk. So she wanted to ride with me in my RV to a performance I had to do. That was in, I think, Tuscumbia, Alabama, maybe? I think it was Tuscumbia, Alabama. This is July of 2021. June 29th, I got to text you. Good love. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. How you doing? I'm tired about the shower and lay it down. Here's me. Oh, we're in Nashville. Went to the mall, ate, just checked into the hotel. We're hitting the indoor water park tomorrow. Then I'll be back Thursday by 1 for testing because we had to do COVID testing. Okay, y'all be safe and have fun. Next time, let me and Law come. Let me and Law come. Or no. Let me and Law know. We may head down. He loves water. This is June 2021. So I'm reading that to say this. Oh, I got another one I did that I screenshot. September 12th, 2021. We need some girl time, Necey. September 17th, 2021. I guess I have to stalk your ass to see you because I ain't responded. It's 5 days went by and I didn't respond. September 17th, 2021. I wrote her back finally, said, hey, I was so busy and then now I'm on this girl trip. Definitely when I get back. She said, okay, boo, I just miss you. I said, I had a kiss last week and everyone was sick. Then also trying to get the house together. It was just a lot going on, girl. She said, I understand. I had a few rough days, blah, 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 blah. Shit, I went to ATL. Blah. Now, again, I'm sharing that to say, do that sound in any shape, form, or fashion of like anybody who has been a victim of grooming? Because why you want you and your son to go with me and my kids to a work partner, baby girl, if I haven't inappropriately come at you? Or do you want to say groomed? What? I have watched your child for you. why you got massages because your sister canceled. And I'm like, girl, you enjoy your time. Enjoy your time. I'll drive around the neighborhood and just go in circles if I need to, so you can get your massage. Like, don't cancel. Get your me time. Don't cancel. Okay? Or the few times you have been to my house, because we weren't hanging out every day. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Call it what you want to call it. I'm just not going to hang out with nobody every day. I just can't do it. I don't like to do it. My brother told me when I was at his house the other day, he told me I'm a loner. He said, you a loner is what you are. I said, you think so? He said, mm-hmm.
That's basically.
And he said, I'm a loner a lot of times too, but yes, you're a loner. I said, what do you think?
Okay, great. Yeah, I think that's fucked up.
I do too.
Call somebody a fucking groomer. Like, okay, at some point, I don't know if she says that on that stage, but I definitely would have had to cuss her ass the fuck out like I never have before, because
I feel like she does.
Not only did
that
you
word,
right. Not only did you sit up there and be bad friend, you've been a bad friend to me, you've done this and that, you did it. Not only have you been saying shit, but then you top it off with groomer, and then Mr. Sir, you allow this shit to be on your platform when the last time that you were on a major platform, they were having this type of fucking conversation the last time. Like, that's a fucking problem for me. And I would have to like, and you know, it really irks me a bit, because even when you want to like Destiny, I'm just gonna say this, and I not trying to be disrespectful or mean, but maybe a little piece, because bitch is weird as fuck. You are. I'm sorry. You're just weird as fuck. Like, I don't understand how you talk shit about somebody and then you're trying to be buddied up to them and try to be cool with them and stuff. Like, it's real what is it, Jekyll and Mr. Hyde ass type energy that's going on, and it's weirdo. Just a little piece, and we would have got it would have been some action on that day before we left that stage, and I guarantee you that they would not have been able to show that shit. And they took it out, so I wonder if they took it out of the episode as well.
They did.
That's
I think they did. They edited it.
we ain't gonna see it. The same way they be showing us previews of shit that we actually don't see. We're not gonna see it.
You know,
they're
he
gonna cut that shit all the way out.
He do that shit all the time. How many times they didn't duped us with a fucking trailer with some shit we ain't never seen? Like, why we never saw Destiny and Chris altercation at whatever event that was they was all at?
Yeah.
Remember?
Because she was on the show that season and they were spacing her out and probably felt like she was looking for a moment to be on camera.
Yeah, I think she already wasn't on the show at that point. I think he had already fired her, and she was trying to get back on the show by any means necessary and was doing the fucking most.
And that was after I think her house, he did that house opening or warming or some house open house for her. But yeah, that's crazy.
I don't even know why you would have done an open house.
That's some wild shit. Like, how you go from that?
Well, because they had an open house because she wasn't supposed to still be in the house. Apparently, she was supposed to sign, like she was supposed to get the house put in her name, but she never did. So it was still in LeBarrick's name, and he wanted to sell it. So he
chose to do the open house.
Yeah. So he was trying to sell the house, and she was still living in the house. And so, you know, they do open houses, and anybody can just walk in your house and look around. So that's what happened. Child, it's a mess. It's a mess with Love and Marriage Huntsville, and it always has been, because so much shit goes on behind the scenes. I feel like at some point somebody's gonna do a documentary about Carlos or about the things that have gone on behind the scenes on some of these reality shows that we don't know about. Probably like give me another like 15 years maybe. They're going to be documentaries about the bullshit that goes on behind the scenes in reality TV, because a lot of this shit is like low-key mentally abusive. Like some of the things that they do in the situations that they put people in, you know, it's fucked up. Like you like, for instance,
Jerry Springer type shit.
Yes, constantly putting people in the same room with somebody that wants to like harm them. It's different, I feel like, when it's women, but when you know a man is abusive towards a woman and you keep putting them in the same room so you can see an explosion, like at some point you're now like reckless to me. Like,
but you know
it's
what
the
I
comment
did
from Pooh 11 for me.
Okay.
Yeah, it says her saying she was groomed. That's crazy work. But y'all seen the revenge piece speak volumes, and they joked and picked about it.
Child.
It's so fun. I be reading these comments sometimes, and it's so baffling to me. And I think it's the part, like, I don't know, y'all, but it's something about our society. People really don't like to be factual or like go by the actions that have taken place. Like they really don't like to deal with what's happening. Because I see a lot of people saying Mel plays victim, and I'm like, in this situation, what do you want to happen exactly? Like, what should be done in a situation where somebody is being called a groomer in a fucking description for an episode and it's not based on anything? Like, what should happen? Because if somebody is always playing victim, I'ma then have to ask you, like, so what's happening before that? Because y'all like to start in the middle and at the end with shit. And it's just weird to me, like how people don't deal in what actually is happening. If they don't like somebody, it's like they totally ignore everything that be going on.
It's because people don't like confrontation. And Mel, for the most part, will always call some shit out. Like, you're not finna play with me like that. And people get tired of that shit because they feel like you're being problematic when you do that. So I think that's what it's about.
But in real life, if you let people keep stepping all over you, then you keep swallowing shit from people just to save face. And that's exhausting. And I low-key feel like people always expect that from women. They always expect women to take all of this fucking abuse and stay quiet about it, because when they talk, it upsets everybody. So stop talking about it, because you're upsetting us. You're making us uncomfortable. Like, bitch, you made me uncomfortable. The fuck? It's wild how often I see women being put in situations where it's like, I know you being abused right now, but can you act like it's not really bothering you? Because it's inconveniencing everybody here. Ooh.
Oh, damn. Well,
there's that. Girl, everybody. That's why I was like, everybody be complaining. Y'all keep having these same type of storylines on these shows. And it's a lot of times abusive relationships that are playing on television. And because they cut certain things out and hide certain things, you don't know the extent of it. And so you watch people respond to shit. And I think, like, that's another thing. Mel said that in that live. She was like, don't y'all feel like I had a bad edit this season? Don't you feel like people was more mad at me this season than any other time before? Didn't y'all notice that? Every time you turn around, somebody was mad at me?
I think she had a bad edit, but I also think she
was on the head side.
Very much. So I don't feel like they used footage that she didn't give them, is what I'm saying. So that awkward sit down she had with Kimmy trying to explain why she came for the lipstick thing, that was a bad look, but that wasn't anything she hadn't done. The graduation party, when she mentioned, oh, I think you still in love with him, why would you trigger him? That also was not a favorable look, but it wasn't anything she hadn't done. Not that anybody gives a fuck, but I'm just saying, like, Mel was on her job. She was on her job.
That's another thing she said. The producers were asking her to get certain things out of people. So with Trisha, her and Trisha had already filmed the scene and they did not talk about Martell. And then the producers came to her and was like, she's not being honest about the storyline, about the timeline. Can you get her to talk about it? So then Mel starts asking her all of the questions and shit. Another thing is that Mel actually texted Kimmy after the scene and was like, girl, you know that the producers made me ask about the lipstick. And Kimmy was like, yeah, girl, I know. You ain't got to tell me. So Kimmy was literally like, her and Kimmy were talking about it, and she told her she said we talked for 21 minutes after we taped that scene, so I could let her know that they told me to ask that, and I didn't really want to ask that shit, and she'll never have to worry about me asking it again. That's why she was so you ain't got to worry about me asking again, because now I didn't did my job. You don't want to talk about it, I'm not gonna ask again. But they talked about it and Kimmy was fine. And then her and Kimmy were texting back and forth all up into the reunion show. And then when they got to the reunion show, she got the blow up. But Mel was like, yeah, nah, it wasn't even like that. And I actually called her to make sure she knew that I wasn't really trying to like start no shit, because I don't really give a fuck.
That made me think a little bit of Quad and Simone. When Simone had said what she said about the whole passing away of her relative at her house and at the reunion that she shouldn't have said, and her and Quad had the conversation and they smoothed things out. And then I think it was after the fact when the show started to film or whatever it was, then all of a sudden Quad mad. So that kind of made me think of their situation, that I'm like, okay, according to Simone, she felt like the audience were the ones that kind of got quiet, hyped back up. Or it could have been from her watching the show. And I'm wondering if that's the same thing with Kimmy. Maybe the audience got her more upset, or did she go back and watch the show and she wasn't as okay as she thought she would be in the scene, after the fact. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I'm sure that has a lot to do with how they chopped it up, edited or whatever. But that makes me think of a similar situation with that.
Well, I think
Somebody got her upset again.
they conflated two arguments too, in that clip. Even in that longer clip, they were conflating two different things, like from when they was talking about the lipstick, and then when Mel was joking with Kimmy about flirting with Martell.
Yeah, I remember seeing the clip about that.
She was like, "Bitch, I don't want that man," and she was like, "Girl, I know, it was a joke." Like Mel was like, "I wasn't even that." So I don't know why they put those two clips together like that, because they were talking about two different things, and they cut it together like it was the same conversation. It was weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, man. I really hope that there is gonna be an end to this at some point.
For sure.
I'm sorry, y'all know I be reading comments when I see my name. I get it. You know what I'm saying, y'all? But I also feel like people don't really be looking at the larger picture, and I feel like I always call Mel out for being passive aggressive. Like you said, like I wish she would just say, like, "No, you was talking about me, bitch. I'm gonna talk about you." Like I wish.
Right.
Those
She
things.
usually is direct. It's the passive aggressiveness where I'm just like, Mel, let's just call it what it is.
Yes, and
you would be well within your rights to do that.
Yes. But I also feel like at the end of the day, a lot of the time, like they really do be fucking with her, and she had not really been fucking with any of them like that. Like I don't feel like at any point Mel was like going at anybody first. And I feel like they just dogpiled on her, at some point. And this shit need to be over. Like for real.
It does.
It need to be over. I'm tired. I'm done. It's enough. Let a new reality show come. Let a new set of people come. I think Mel has solidified herself that she'll be able to be, very successful based off of this. And, because her business is doing very well. And I think she'll continue to be, hosting and doing different things that will keep her in the limelight. She's good at that. So, this shit really can be over to me. Like it needs to be over.
Yeah, I agree.
For sure.
Let it go.
I agree.
All right, y'all. Let's get to these last few super chats and we'll head up out of here. Faith Speaks. Jamie, do you have merchandise with Periodically on it? Because, girl, I need it. I don't. But I need to work on it because you guys are asking for a lot of different things. But I do appreciate the support and thank you so much for the super chat. Baby girl 1981 says Trisha jaws become unhinged when the Goodwill ambassador balls are in front of her, just free falling child allegedly. Thank you so much for the super chat. Oh my. Black girl on time. I don't feel bad for what he said because she loved it when he threw his money in Marquez's face. But it's not funny now. He's saying both the kids' parents broke. Bitch. Girl, what?
I don't disagree.
Thank you for the super chat. Nicole BT says, here, just take my money. I don't have much right now, so don't ask for no more. Thank you so much, Nicole BT, for the super chat. We appreciate the support. All right, you guys. Any final words on Love and Marriage Huntsville?
One more thing. The retaliation thing. I don't know if y'all spoke on that.
No.
Okay, so Carlos, she basically said Carlos asked her to be his TV, asked her if he can be her TV manager, and she told him no. And she feels like how she was showcased this season was based off of workplace retaliation because she told him no.
That sounds like she finna sue.
I think that was the threat, and that's why the episode description and shit probably changed because she threatened to sue. Because she already said, trust me, everything I've already said to y'all, I've already sent to my lawyers. So, it was basically, and then also when she said workplace retaliation, she was using like legalese, you know what I'm saying? Like she's speaking in legal lingo. So I definitely feel like it was given a tone of y'all better correct this shit before I sue you hoes. That's the vibe that it was giving. But I feel like it's not even just that. I think he might have been just looking for a reason. But to me, he been playing in her face since season 1. Like I feel like, since the reunion, he has played both sides of the fence with her and Martell. And you know, been more on Martell's side at times when Martell has been like really volatile and wilding and just kind of acted like he didn't know what was going on between him and Mel. Like, you knew what the fuck was going on. Martell tells everybody everything. Martell be texting and calling everybody. We found that out this season. Like, everything that he probably be texting and telling Mel, he gonna call and tell him the same shit. He a weird little messy motherfucker. Little woman, as my mama would call him. Them old black people. So I swear they names for shit. What is a Jenny woman? I was dying.
Jenny woman.
A man that's acting like a bitch.
Oh my.
Patricia.
All right, y'all. On that note, we appreciate you guys for being here with us tonight. You can find us over on Instagram, all social media, at Jami ThatsMe, at Bondy Blue, at Blue Rose Bondy, at Necey Dixon. All right, you guys can catch us over there on social media. Be sure to like up the video on your way out, and we will catch you guys in the next one over on Bondy's channel. So make sure you're subscribed to everybody and be on the lookout for the next panel. All right, bye-bye.